Good evening, and welcome to the League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen. We're going to take a different tip from last week since there was so much complaining about the show being very sophomoric, if you will. And take a break from all the imbibing and get back to the more serious discussions. I'm surrounded by some of the best and most knowledgeable people in the world on the subject of geekdom.
Where are you right now? Come back to us, Leon.
No,
Come
no.
into the room with all the
No. I had the show I wanted to do last week, and everybody got all mad. So now we'll go back to the show that you want.
Oh, okay.
Well, not you.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm all for the drinking.
Yeah,
No,
let's
no,
play
no.
spin the bottle. Let's get going.
No. We have a full cast. Not everyone here, but to my left we have Cyrus,
Hello.
Katharina,
Hello.
Grantley Mandinko,
Hello.
Bo Cephas,
Yes.
Christinia,
Hello.
Harrisonicus,
Greetings.
and Randolph.
Hello.
I bet you right now there's like 300 people going, okay, changed our minds, start drinking.
Happening over this room.
We all are shockingly sober tonight.
Well, I think we're all still getting over our hangovers from last week.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks since I saw you guys last, right? It's been a long time.
Sure, Kristen. You woke up in a motel in New Orleans, and 3 years had passed. And Vaughn had married some other chick.
See, I was gonna go there, but okay.
Well, thank you for not stepping on me.
We've got the same mind. It happens sometimes.
And this week, special guest in the part of Greg, we have our old friend Lowclef on the guitar.
Woohoo! Who will be, as Grant put it, Freg.
Yeah, fake Greg. All right,
Oh,
Lowclef.
low clef, put it that way.
Now, enough with the masterpiece theater crap. Show us what you can do.
Low clef's actually on the bass.
I know, it's old school in here.
See, this is classically back when it was good.
When
Kidding.
we had a musician who had soul. Now it's just all about the chicks and the booze.
So, rather than being all about chicks, I think it's gonna be sort of a potluck kind of thing where everybody has brought topics, but we can never jump into the show. Just jump into the show.
We have to jump into the first topic, though, because otherwise it's just the elephant in the room, the black elephant in the room. It's someone's birthday.
Oh, that?
The black elephant in the room.
Black elephant? Seriously, dude? Wow. That's messed up.
Well, I can't call him the white elephant in the room, or someone would steal my joke. So.
All right, it's true. We are recording this on my birthday.
Yeah.
Old man is
Happy
old.
birthday.
Thank you. It's been a pretty good birthday. It snowed in Austin, which for a lot of Austinites is a very happy occurrence. Having grown up in DC,
Snowed?
yeah. Having grown up in DC is no big deal to me. Matter of fact, it was just more of a pain in the ass. It's like, oh great, now I
It's
got to drive
old
in this
man
shit.
winter showing old man Leon who's boss.
My joints are aching. It's got to be a big snow coming.
Yeah, that just never gets old. Oh wait, yes it does.
Just like you.
Say old again. It's funny.
Okay, you got to admit, you walked into that last one.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And you think at this age I'd have seen it coming?
Yeah, especially as slow as you're moving.
Well, it's hard with those cataracts.
Anybody else want to jump in so we can get these out of the way?
As it's your birthday, I was going to refrain, but it looks like so much fun.
This is the spanking machine. That's all.
Wow. It's funny because this was the show where I was going to call a moratorium on running gags.
Well, then
And
what
catchphrases.
Would we talk about?
Yeah. I'm not gonna make up 3 years worth of experience for you.
But I don't know how much you guys want to dwell on my birthday. I just want to say thank you to all the very, very generous Spill members. And my colleagues here who've gotten me some great gifts.
Well, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's an embarrassment
You're
of riches. I really appreciate it.
You're
It's
one
very
of the
touching.
best.
well, thank you, and especially you, Zeke Slider. Man, that was top notch. I really love that thing.
That was pretty nice.
I mean, that guy. Speaking
Well,
of
they
gifts,
get you. You don't have to be so. Blasé.
Well, I tell you, there's
don't be coy.
a bunch of things on my wish list that I have on there, and you get them, you're like, oh, that's really cool. But there's always a few things where you're like,
they're the magic things that you put on there going, nobody's ever going to get me this.
Yeah,
But who knows?
Got the Pam Grier body pillow.
well, this was the of all things Cyrus has received, this is the one thing I really jealously coveted in a way that was like not even healthy, and it was the complete box set of the Justice League cartoons in the tin can.
Nice.
Yes.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
And
Yeah, no.
opening that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I love you, brother, but there's no way you were getting that.
No, I knew that. And I'm happy for you that you finally got a chance to watch them because they're such awesome cartoons. As a matter of fact, they if you say you don't like DC Comics, watch these cartoons and then come back to me and say that.
Yeah, no, it's totally the gateway drug in the DC verse.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, they found a way to take, 70 years of continuity and
Yeah.
boil it down to what's best and present it in a way. These are the best cartoons ever made, as far as I'm concerned. So, Zeke, thank you very much. But thank all of you. I really appreciate it. Okay, Cyrus, you got anything else you want to spring on me?
Oh, no, I'll just wait for my turn like normal people
Okay.
these times.
All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
that'll be interesting.
Now, there's plenty of new business to get on to, but there's no way we can progress without giving good old Grant his Lost moment. We just got done watching the new episode of Lost.
Damn, I'm going to need to make a
Yes.
sound bite for this. A little Lost with Grant. Lost with Grant.
I made a video actually. I posted it late, but on Sunday I posted Grant on Lost. And
Yeah, I
it
love
was
how you
my
posted
thoughts.
that like after everybody was done commenting.
I know. Well, I taped it like on Thursday, but then there were so many things. We went to the Leog, and then I had to go up to Dallas for the weekend, and I just didn't have any time around the family to
Sounds
get
like
that.
a lack of commitment to Lost.
Yeah.
No, this happens
It
every
is.
week, though.
If I may quote the great Lawrence Fishburne, I believe he said, "Anime, you got more excuses than a nigga going to jail."
We were talking, Leon and
Is
I
that
were
the third major
talking about this the other day, about how all the comment sections always go the same these days. They start off with people like, yay, new Leog, oh my god, I love this Leog, best Leog ever. And then they go to, man, I don't know, man, this kind of sucks. Yeah, this is probably the worst Leog I've heard yet. Y'all are always so drunk, right here. And then the third part is like, oh man, y'all don't know what you're talking about. That was great. Yeah, and in Justice League number 62, and then it ends with, so in last week's Lost, every time.
And somewhere in the middle there, Flesh Eater shows up with a new persona.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that the rhythm of it? Is that the way it goes?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, Grant, I'm sorry I meant to put you off because Cyrus led me early into the first thing I was going to do, which is addressing some of our viewer mail. Never did this before. Sure, you can respond to people online, but what if we did it on the podcast?
Yeah, what's the fun in that?
Exactly. Let everybody hear. a
When
little
we
bit
can
of
have the one-sided version here.
Why would we want to actually let you respond to our response?
this. Well, the thing is, I was wanting to read off like the complimentary things to the ladies of the league.
This is our new segment called "Well, Allow Me to Retort."
Featuring Bo. You know what? I think it'd be awesome to just let Bo just handle all of these. I got 3 pages of comments, and he could just take every one of them.
Just write your answers and let him read them post.
we just need to reshoot that Scrubs episode where Dr. Guy's go, wrong, 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 wrong.
We got a from a good old Christian DB who says Mary is fucking awesome.
Yes, she is.
She's so fucking brutal with some of the shit she says, and I love her throwaway foreskin joke no one reacted to.
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
It's funny because she didn't remember it either.
okay, good, because I don't remember it at all.
I remember it, and I remember thinking at the time, oh, it was funny, but nobody heard it because it was kind of the tail end of laughing at another joke, but I can't remember what it was.
Just out of curiosity, I'm not the only one who goes through the comments going, I said what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not after this week, because we're all...
Yeah, we'll remember this week, but last week was a lot of like, oh wow, did I really do that?
Mary was on fire last week. I was listening to her and just cracking up since I wasn't allowed to talk.
Allison and I both last night were like, have you listened to the podcast? She's like, no. I'm like, do you want to? She's like, no. We don't want to hear it. So we probably just skip over.
Yeah, no, I was scared too because I'm like, dear God, these people have never quote met me before, and all of a sudden you're asking me, these questions that have nothing to do with. So tell me what it's like to be a nerd girl and how this has been part of your life. And I'm like, I'm not expecting.
Enough about that boobs!
Yes. So there I I am at the end of the night going, oh dear God, what did I say?
Didn't we get some complaints about that? It's like, I've never heard people say, man, y'all were talking to these hot chicks and about their boobs and stuff too much. You should go back to talking about comics.
We
were-
did get some of those, and I was flabbergasted. I was like, "Are you serious?"
We were likened to Howard Stern. I believe the phrase was one midget short of a Howard Stern show.
Wow.
I don't know. That's kind
Let's
of
be
a
fair,
compliment.
Jason was here.
You know, if we could get his kind of
Nice.
numbers, I'd take that.
Yeah,
trade-off
exactly.
You know,
personally,
honestly,
Well,
that's
there
not
is
it's not the
something
worst
to
thing to
be
hear.
said, but-
Well,
It started off strong, and then it just,
then
alcohol
part two
and
devolved.
okay, what you don't know
was
is
fun.
that it went exactly according to my plan.
it was fun.
That's not
Thank you, Dr.
comforting, Leon.
Svengali.
Kat,
Yes.
it was your first time
It was.
to really be on the mic, and you did not disappoint.
Thank you.
You know what? There was first off,
did
Don,
exactly what
the
Jacob
Shogun of
wanted.
Spill.
Don-
I think we have no bigger fan than this guy. He commented several times and how much he loved the ladies, said they were all his perfect girl, and he really focused on you. He can't get past the fact that you resemble Jenny Slate, which you don't as much. And if you were to see Kat in person, she doesn't look as much like her as you think. However, from a small photograph, I can kind of see that just in the structure of their faces.
I think it was actually the video, the
Yes.
lost video in which Harris, unbeknownst to me, was recording us on the couch. I think that elicited that comment to begin with. But if you look at my picture on, when I comment on the page, or if you go to my Spill page, that's a slightly better picture of me, although I am wearing a large pair of sunglasses.
Who is Jenny Slate?
She's one of the new girls on Saturday Night Live.
And I've heard she has a very large nose, which
She-
concerns me.
Well,
when
it's not.
I'm
You know what?
being
She has a
likened to
nose.
her.
To be honest, she has a nose like of anybody I've ever met. Like you might describe the nose as a beak. Hers really is shaped like a beak, like a bird nose.
Cleopatra had a huge
now-
nose, and we all know how hot she was.
Now, before that,
My nose is not huge.
before that gets taken too far, I gotta say, seeing her on Saturday Night Live, I was like, okay, she's, whatever. She's an episode of Bored to Death where I just completely fell in love with her. I thought she was like the sexiest chick ever. I would,
Then
recommend
I'll
Bored to Death.
I'll not complain about
Also
comparison.
on SNL, she's like the one person this season who screwed up and said fuck on live TV.
Oh.
They were doing a skit where they were all a bunch of lesbian truck drivers or bikers, and he had to keep saying like, I freaking love you, man. I freaking this. She had the most lines, and it was one when she just went, yeah, I fucking love you, man. And her face, her eyes bugged out, and they cut the camera like the second she did it, but she knew she screwed up. But they didn't fire her. It wasn't like a Charles Rocket
It wasn't a
situation.
Norm Macdonald moment.
No.
Oh, well, at least
No.
I don't need to worry about that coming back to bite me here.
No,
But
no.
did they fire Charles Rocket for saying fuck?
Yeah, that was part of it. That was a big part of it.
I hope they feel better since his eventual suicide. So,
Well,
there we are.
I mean, it's hard to feel like responsible for some guy's suicide 10 years after the fact.
Nah, I can still find the fishing and blames of that. Come
Yeah,
on.
sometimes Bo drives
But
person to
anyway.
suicide. It takes him 15 minutes. To
Yeah,
drive
I
for
mean,
15 minutes.
if you're doing it right,
It
it should
lingers.
take that long.
It just lingers, and it's more satisfying
Yeah.
that way.
A guy who kills hookers is gonna feel bad about somebody else's suicide.
They're not really
I'm not
human.
saying I felt bad. I'm saying they should. What the fuck's wrong with you? Are you deaf?
Let's see. There was a happy birthday, Kayla. A bunch of those. People love Kayla. Said she was the nicest person on the site. Wow. What does that say about Grant? I thought he was the nicest person
Yeah,
on
I
the
thought
site.
that was official.
He can be a real rotten bastard when he gets a few under the belt.
No, really. When they say a guy is nice, it means pushover.
Okay. That's probably
What? I disagree with that.
Shut up, Trey.
Okay.
true. We're gonna get to that.
Those guys are just a comedy team supreme, are they not?
Speaking of Zeke Slider, says seriously, hearing Kristen play season 1, the first Sam and Max game since Hit the Road back in the early '90s, made me squeal like a teen at a Jonas Brothers concert. So much love for Kristen. Oh, but she has nothing to say.
No, it was a fun game. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I love Sam Max." I'm like, really? I just thought it was kind of a random game. I didn't realize it had a little cult following.
No. That was around that time when they did jeez, what was that game that I love so much that I am completely blanking
Space
on?
Invaders?
That all of us would know how.
Oh, it's the one with the biker dude. Fuck. I don't know.
Oh, it's like one of those tower defense games, right? Except it's actually
Pong.
defending a tower.
combat.
How is
right?
it? How is it that it started out as such a happy birthday and now it has gone completely?
No,
to shit?
even I know.
Yeah, now
who's-
it's a roast.
Stan-Max is the dog and the bunny rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even I know who Stan-Max are. I mean, come on.
No, you're thinking of Full
Are you
Throttle,
saying
though.
Stan?
Harris, thank you.
Sam.
Full throttle.
Sam.
Well, I know who they are.
Sam and Max, yeah. No, full.
Whatever.
It was around it.
Rabbits,
It's like same studio did Grim Fandango, Sam and Max.
Yeah, it was
and
all
Full Throttle.
LucasArts.
Yeah, and I thought those were awesome. I thought they were my favorite games forever till Max Payne.
Just like games with Max in them, huh?
Yes. It's Matt's game.
It's very specific taste.
Max Payne, Sam and Max Hardcore.
Yeah.
Now, another trend in the email was something that I was going to bring up anyway, but a lot of people brought it up. People not happy about all you guys jumping on the whole "shut the fuck up" Grant bandwagon. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you know
Yeah.
what they can do.
no, well, these catchphrases, I mean, it's easy to run them into the ground to where, yeah. I mean, it was kind of Jason's thing.
To be fair, you know how long it's been since someone said a certain mythical beast's name
I
twice
do.
in a row.
Well-
because it's a thing that got ran out. We're like, okay, well that was good. So maybe it's time to run out the STFUG.
Yeah, I mean, it was the kind of thing where, like you know what, when Jason does it, it's beautiful. Then you got Fish jumping on it, and then just everybody. Like, Mary said it to him, and he barely said anything. He's like, "My name is Grant. Shut the fuck up, Grant." Like, what?
Yeah, we should just be like more like anyone else has to say, "Oh gosh, Grant, would you please be silent?"
Here's something that you don't understand. We don't say "shut the fuck up, Grant" for you. We say it for us because it's fucking fun to say. So you can please be quiet.
Okay, from now on, open crowd. Anyone here can say werewolf, werewolf as many times as they want.
Hey, knock yourself out. I'm done with that.
Damn
shit.
it! Total
Yeah,
fail.
then I will not be listening to the show after that. Because our good friend, the composite Who Horrible, even comes in like, yeah, but I can tell Grant doesn't want that joke moving too far outside of the Jason circle. And good old Mexicano even posted a Jason pic saying, no one shall say, "Shut the fuck up, Grant," without suffering my wrath and furious anger.
They really put some drama into that reading.
You really have to understand that in Jason, most of the quote-unquote wrath has been distilled into impotent rage. Which, don't get me wrong, is visceral.
Yeah, no one puts Grant in the corner.
Except he actually is tonight.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's not cowering as much as he usually
I love him wearing his British cabbie hat and his Harry Potter scarf.
It's so funny. Without booze, he's quiet like he used to be when he first came on the show. He's all just hanging back.
Yeah, Grant, why don't you get yourself some liquid courage?
Well, last time I got drunk, I think I shouted at everyone about that. So, whatever.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We all shout at least once, twice, 3 or 4 times. Some of us. Maybe
Shut the
5 or
fuck up,
6.
Cyrus.
Ooh, I like that one.
That is not.
It's got
the
a
new
nice ring to
catchphrase.
it, actually.
I will take this ship back over so fast.
I know.
Speaking of which, apparently my "I'm fucking this dog" phrase has outlived itself in 2 shows.
You know,
that
I
was
gotta
hysterical.
say for the fans of classic movie out there, being on Leog lately is like Captain Bligh has finally relinquished the reins to Captain Kane from the Kane. So it's Charles Lawton over here nearly spitting on everybody, and then Martin caressing his steel balls and talking about strawberry ice cream.
Ah, yes, Mr. Question. Puerto Rican wants to know if we're going to do a truth or dare with the guys instead.
No.
Who
No.
would want to listen to that?
Yeah.
I mean,
The Dare with the girls really wasn't that good. I mean, really. It's just not.
When did the girls?
Speak for yourself. Some of us enjoyed it rather mightily.
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I waited till later in the show when you guys were all liquored up and you let loose. Whereas we pretty much tell everything all the time anyway.
Yeah, we don't have those barriers any longer.
Yeah, right. You guys keep on telling yourself.
We can degrade ourselves even more, is Bo's theory. Keep listening to Spill and find out.
I don't know about the rest of the girls. I mean, only one of the others is represented here tonight. But I was actually having a lot more fun with the questions that the fans were asking, that the listeners were asking. You know, because they spoke to our hearts as
Quit
nerd
sucking
girls,
up
and-
to the fans.
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
I wanted to get all anthropological and ideas of identity and whatnot, and it devolved into what it turned into.
See, Kat, that was your first show. Trust me on this.
Well, now you understand what it's like. You show up and you're like, well, I brought a reading from Shakespeare. Can you please take your shirt off?
I was just say, Kat.
Oh, Coco, don't be a baby.
Remember the last half of the show? I think maybe I was making out with Allison or something.
I have
hi, Bo.
vague memories. I don't know. You guys were just all giggly and whispery over there. I felt kind of,
Well, when Cyrus and I sell the video, you guys will remember everything.
Me and Allison are becoming Harley and Poison Ivy on a bender. So.
Yes, that's exactly who you guys were. That was awesome.
Well, apparently I'm back to being I am the knight again.
Dibs on Mr. J.
Well, dang. I was going to read some more of these, but they all pretty much go from, like, best Leon ever to Leon sucks. Get Cyrus back in here.
Yeah, we're not going to read those. Because they're not true. Leon is the man, and he's doing a fantastic job. And I appreciate him personally wanting to even do this.
You just like being able to take a rest. now you can drink as much as you want.
2 years. What do you want? You've been sitting here the whole time going, yeah, I know.
You tell him, Cyrus.
This is great, this show that Cyrus and I do.
Yeah. So anyway, if you did feel like last week's show got a little bit too high school and sophomoric and all, man, it's gonna suck because that's the rest of what the season's gonna be. And
we'll try to be juniors this week.
yeah, I was like, wow, I see how Obama feels. He's barely on the job, and everybody's telling me I'm not living up to their expectations.
Not everybody.
No, that's true.
There's at least one.
No. To be honest, when I look back at the comments of those 20 pages, it wasn't until like page 13 when the people start going like, yeah, I don't know about this show.
Yeah, but like when you first did one of these, before you're even official taking over one, there were tons of the opposite people going, oh man, Leon's great, he should totally take over
Right.
the show instead of Cyrus. I was just like, whatever. I'm not even... That's great. Good for you guys. I'm happy.
Yeah, no, they build you up just to tear you down.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Leon, you're saying, it's not until page 15, but the first 5 pages of people going, first comment, oh, it's up, oh, Leon. So discard the first 5 pages.
Okay, that's true. Wow, you just brought me back down again.
Except the ones that said how awesomely fantastic we were.
Yeah,
we can
those
keep
you can keep.
Yeah, no,
Every single
they
one
loved
of
you
them.
girls.
All I remember is this is boring. I don't like girls.
See, I only saw one like that.
Oh yeah, see, I remember all
I think
the,
it was the same
you
guy.
guys are perfect.
Dude, it is a podcast we do about comic books, so some of our fans naturally are going to be like, I don't care about girls, boobs are boring.
Then why the hell are they reading comics?
Exactly.
A good point.
Put down that issue of Power Girl, little Timmy. It's not for
I
you.
don't care about real boobs. Those boobs are 3-dimensional.
And not nearly big enough.
Hey, when all of those mysterious things start happening to you in the shower, as they probably will in a couple of months, we're going to be there for you. So
Mostly pointing and laughing.
I won't anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, no, girls won't be there for you. And oh, how we'll laugh and laugh.
It sounds like Bo's offering to shower with our readers. That's not what you're offering.
We have readers?
Well, yeah, but in
This is radio.
In more of a Norman,
Technically not even
Post-pubescent.
that.
in more of an Anthony Perkins kind of way, which is to say both creepy and gay,
Oh,
And in the dress.
ouch.
but closeted.
Don't tell people what we do at home, Bo.
Oh, mother. Blood. Blood.
Have you ever seen Crimes of Passion, where he plays a killer who kills people with a spiked dildo? I swear to God, you have to see that movie.
Did Ken Russell do that?
That's not a good
Oh
movie,
God,
Cyrus.
Ken
Is that one with
Russell.
Kathleen
There's
Turner?
a man who's been
Awesome.
There's a man who's been unjustly forgotten. He gave me so many what the fuck moments in the 80s. He was
Fucking
like the
Gothic.
proto David Lynch.
Yes, he was.
Awesome.
Hey,
Definitely-
Floyd the Wall. No, that was Alan Parker.
That was
I'm sorry. Ken Russell. What was it? Oh, Tommy was his.
Oh,
really
he did
big recent
Tommy,
film.
but he also he did
Lair of the White
Salome,
Worm.
Lair of the White Worm,
Gothic,
Gothic. He was like,
The-
they
the
took
Devils.
the Merchant Ivory guys and like just jacked them up on every kind of drug available in the UK at that time.
Some seriously weird, freaky
Oh.
stuff.
Oh, the Lair of the
Yeah.
White Worm was awesome. First off, vampires as snakes.
Yeah,
Which
that's-
ends up having the great image of...
Dude, Amanda Donahoe naked, writhing in blue with a horn on her head. Fuck you! That was awesome.
I just kind of like the image of Hugh Grant trying to pretend like he's a Scottish laird, trying to distract the vampires by playing the bagpipes for them.
That works with anyone.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll drive away vampires, werewolves, Frankensteins.
I can't believe
Did you say werewolves?
Those battles.
I did
When
say,
Should that not have been
I said
drives away
that-
werewolves?
you'll note that I
Werewolves?
said the plural, which would be like 2 werewolves.
Ooh.
Or a
Werewolf.
werewolf and a werewolf.
Well,
Next question, everybody.
next question. Yeah.
Moving on.
So yeah, so back to me and my report card. No, I feel like everything's going pretty well. I don't know how I'm going to break it to people that I was just only kidding about doing an anime episode, but anyway,
What?
to Grant,
Yes, Lost.
Lost. We just watched
We
Lost.
should probably give a little
Lost
spoiler
with
alert.
Will.
Go ahead and jump ahead like about 10 minutes if you guys haven't watched the episode yet.
You
jump
can't
ahead-
seriously think I'm gonna let you talk for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
jump ahead
Yeah.
5 minutes tops.
Yeah.
15. Let's see what we can do here.
I'll give you a hand there.
Oh, you
Grant.
wrote
Thanks.
notes even?
Yeah, well, no, I was watching the episode. It just aired. Yeah.
For the win. Just win.
I thought this was a Jack episode, and so this pretty much confirms that they are mirroring season 1 with the character-centric episodes. So I guess that means next episode we could probably expect, although they are very cryptic on the preview for next episode, something like a
Saeed, baby.
Is it Saeed?
I
it was a
I will lay
son.
odds that it's gonna be Saeed.
I thought it was
next
Sun and Jin for some reason.
time. Nah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah,
they're
I'm-
saying
Sorry.
questions are being
Whoa!
answered.
So Allison
Yeah.
just walked in.
Hey.
Hey, I was...
All right, Grant. Well, we can pick you
Guess
up.
who just dropped in with a 6-pack of the Chuck?
So long, you're sedate,
Yeah.
Leon.
Man, fuck sober Leon.
Okay. Well.
Fuck all you guys are saying. You got too
Back
distracted.
to Lost.
And,
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and so much for our Lost wrap up. Now, Allison. No, I'm sorry, Grant. Go please continue.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous. A member of the site, Caitlin, was speculating that the lighthouse would be a tool of the island used to like beckon people to the island, and she was kind of right actually. With what we finally got to see this new location on the island that Jacob has Hurley go to, and it was cool because you see all these numbers are actually degrees. And that explains where each character's last name. Well, it doesn't explain much. But for some reason, you
I
can
know, I
see
just had to
degrees,
laugh.
degrees on
Use
what?
some
Like on a
terminology.
wheel, angles, a compass.
360, I guess.
There
360.
are 360 degrees in a circle. It's a
And-
circular wheel, so, and each one of the degrees had a name, most of which were crossed out.
Yeah.
And there's no telling that, oh, were these just people? The only thing that we may be able to determine is that these people were all potential quote-unquote candidates.
You know, it's funny
At
because
some
I
point.
assume that is Jacob's like organization system. That's his laptop for keeping track. And whereas the Nemesis Flock,
The Nemesis uses-
scratched on a cave wall.
Right.
It's like
Now-
chaos
No,
in
those were
order.
No,
both
those were
Jacobs,
both
though.
Jacobs.
Oh.
The Nemesis actually uses stickies on his MacBook.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cave was Jacob's backup
Yeah, he had to
because Jesus
write it all
saves.
back then. Yeah.
Does anyone else think we're gonna find a Starbucks bar on the island? How long's this been here?
Yeah.
This coffee place.
How did we miss
How
that?
did we miss that?
No, I
Yeah,
got
that
There's
was-
a hotel.
that was my
There's
favorite
Fantasy
moment of the
Island.
episode.
That was the biggest wah moment of the episode where Hurley's like, "Oh my God, where'd this come from?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"What, have you been on a tour of this fucking place and didn't tell anybody?"
No, I
Yeah.
rather appreciated that because he was taking the part of the audience.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah, but then of course Hurley took the part of the asshole writer. Well, I guess you just haven't been looking hard enough. Now have you?
I'm sorry, the only one taking the audience's part at this point is Lapidus. He's going, this is the weirdest fucking funeral I've ever been at.
But, you know, the way everybody was kind of fucking with Hurley, who definitely is the life of this episode. He was so
Yeah.
funny in it. But at the end, after all that, I wanted Jacob to turn around and go, "Hey, Hurley, did you know gullible's not in the dictionary?" I'm like, really? Dumb.
Yeah, I love that. when Jake like, why didn't you just tell Jack you want him to come here? Because he's not as gullible as you. Yeah, some people don't do everything I say when I say it.
that could also be read as because Hurley, you don't need to be manipulated the way some other people on this island need.
Because you're not a horrible nutcase who had a horrible
Yeah.
childhood.
He's a horrible nutcase who had a horrible adulthood.
Hey man, I love Jack. I love the fact that he smashed the mirrors. Jack is like, fuck this. I'm sick of you people.
Oh, I love as we're
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
As we're watching, was it Bo said how long before Jack does something douchey? Like 2 minutes before that.
Actually,
Oh, there it
I think
is.
that was Martin. Or, I think that was Leon who said that.
No, No, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because being reactionary has gotten Jack so far.
Right.
Really.
Well, yeah,
at this point.
it might have been satisfying to watch, but you knew it was the wrong thing as soon as Jack did
He
it.
really,
Like,
you
oh,
know,
that was wrong.
to be fair to everybody, I mean,
was
you
wrong
know,
before he
but
did
every time a Locke or Jack has like, okay, I'm gonna switch strategies, that hasn't worked either.
Yeah, exactly.
So at this point,
That's
it's
what I'm
just
saying.
Like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna smash
Jack
the fucking
can't
mirrors.
win
What are you
either
gonna
way.
fucking do to me?
He can't, no matter
He's
what
just
he
gonna
does.
be a pawn manipulated by Jacob.
And
That's
everybody-
what's always freaked him out so badly over this whole show, Jack's character. That's been his dire crux. The thing that's bugged him more than anything else is the idea that everything here might be predestined.
Yeah.
And every time he's tried to fight against it, sorry, dude, that was exactly what you were
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
even
do.
when he's gone with it, it hasn't worked out well.
Or has it?
I mean, that's
Well, it
the
hasn't
thing.
worked out well.
Well,
for
the
Jack.
most frustrating thing about
Well,
the season is that there hasn't been like somebody like Ben who you can just root for somebody finally beating the shit out of him because like Flock and Jacob are both ghosts, and you know that's ironic because that's probably how Jack is going to end up after the season is walking the streets of LA fighting ghosts and
Well, we
wondering
get to
to
see
himself.
Claire
Yeah.
bury that axe in that dude, and I thought that was pretty fucking awesome.
It was.
Because it was like, yeah, that guy said he was gonna break her neck. I mean,
But
whatever.
At this point, I hate Jacob more than I do Flock. I'm just like,
Yeah, I do
an
too.
irritating,
Yeah.
manipulative fucking tool.
Yeah.
And I hope somebody gets a proton pack pretty soon on the island because that shit is getting old, needs to be put in
Yeah.
a box and shelved.
Yeah,
Well-
he's making Ben Linus my hero again.
So I mean, you guys are touching on Hurley pointing out basically what the audience is thinking. But I love when he was walking through the woods with Jack, and he says, you know, this is just like old times. You know, how we'd walk off on some crazy adventure.
No
and
idea
then
where we're going.
yeah, and then the other one was where he was basically pointing out, which is what a fan theory is like of the Adam and Eve, the dead bodies.
Yeah, no,
and he
that
was like,
was-
wouldn't it be
yeah,
crazy
that
if we
was
traveled
funny.
back in time and died as these
Yeah.
people, like back to prehistoric T-Rex days or something?
That
Yeah,
that
I was
nice.
really
Yeah.
wanting Jack to pull the shut the fuck up, Hurley.
I was actually hoping that Hurley is right by the end of the show.
Yeah.
That'd be the last scene is the whole, like, them looking up. It's like, are we back home? And then this big shadow. And they just look
See,
up at it.
I flashed on that, and all I could think about was heroes, and it's like no.
So in the lighthouse, the number 108, actually the name was Wallace, and it was crossed out. That was the number he wanted to go to.
Did we see 108?
Yeah, well, I froze framed it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
who's
checked.
Wallace is?
I don't know who Wallace is, but that was the number he was saying, like, set it to, and we'll beckon this person to the island. And it was some name Wallace.
Wallace Shawn?
Yeah, I think it was him.
Inconceivable! My island trip with Andre?
I think it's William Wallace.
And
That was my first inkling.
as they spun
That man, this is just a big theater experiment by Andre Gregory. This makes total fucking sense to me now.
It does, doesn't it?
It's a bunch of crazy Polacks in the woods somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, man, we should find a fucking island somewhere and do this."
I like Randy's theory too. It'd be in the end, it's going to be Jack going free will.
It's like they finally get all the others together, and they're like, "Who the fuck are you people?" We're a theater collective from Kiev. Sorry.
And then they'll put a hat on, I'm just gonna cough.
It's like there's going to be some theater of cruelty going on now.
the other interesting number I saw was Austin was actually on the dial as it was either 51 or 151. I couldn't really tell because of the shadow on screen. But her name wasn't crossed off, but she's not one of the special numbers. So
It was-
I just thought it was interesting.
She
that-
was crossed off in the cave, though.
Was she actually in there?
But she wasn't one of
I
the
couldn't
eight-
see anyone saw her
or the
name
six.
anywhere.
I'm pretty sure the screen caps of it online, kids. Go look it up.
Well, on Lostpedia, they listed most names, and Austin isn't on there.
But if she shows up, she's not one of the 6
Yeah,
quote
Candidates.
primary.
and yet,
numbers.
but they let her in the temple.
She might come in as a wild card.
Wild
card, bitches. Yeah, I'm
Um,
pretty sure that candidacy got scrapped within 5 minutes of meeting her.
Yeah.
Okay, Grant, are you done?
Well, the only other
One-
thing I
one-
thought
one-
was
one
really,
last point.
Sure, okay. The only other thing I thought was really interesting was the fact that Jacob basically told Hurley he could tell what's his name, the samurai guy, Dogen, tell him what to do because he's a special candidate. And he told him what to do. Oh, fine. One more thing. It seems like all these special kids are prodigies because we got to see Jack's son, and Jack's son was a musical prodigy. And
Yeah,
all
but he
these
missed a
kids
couple
are-
of notes.
These people are
To be-
special.
To be fair, he is the son of two like head surgeons, so it's probably like high,
My two
super high
dads?
intelligence.
He's got two dads?
No, it's
He's
son
the-
of,
he's the
sorry,
descendant
the
of two
descendant
surgeons.
Yeah.
It's like genius is probably already at least a little in his blood.
Or certainly
High level of intelligence.
I don't
no,
know, it's just
hand-eye coordination.
there's something
Yeah.
weird about like all of their kids all being special, and then we saw Dogen pop up with his special or his
All
musical.
kids are special, Grant.
No, they're not.
No.
Everybody is
No,
right. Bo's right.
Some kids
They're
are
not
horrible.
They're not all unique snowflakes.
Watch American Idol. You will see not all people
I-
are
you
special.
You don't have to watch,
Everybody is
you don't have to
special in
watch
their own
American
way.
Idol. Go to Costco on a fucking Sunday.
It all starts with T-ball.
you will be reaching across the counter for the RU-46 faster than a fucking 747.
Thanks, Patton.
Have you seen that condom commercial where it's the dude in the supermarket with his kid freaking out?
Yeah.
He's throwing stuff and he's screaming and he's rolling around on the floor and
And then he tosses the condoms aside and says, "Fuck that! Can I get a vasectomy anywhere around here? Do you have that?"
So are we done? Lost?
Are you picking her up on that at all?
As it's pretty low.
I'll,
I feel
uh,
like she was coming through my mic.
I'll stop. I guess that's good, unless you have anything else.
Well, I was
This
wondering
one,
what your next
but
thing
you
was
have to
because
turn
I can
up
take
way
lost
high,
stuff and
though.
run with it.
Oh, well,
Grant,
you
we can tag team this one.
No, we will not.
Sure.
There shall not be 15 minutes of lost.
hey, and okay, I didn't get to watch Lost.
Oh, well, ignore everything we just said then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it take a giant yellow shower on my parade.
Outsider!
Oh, yeah.
That day was all
A
mine.
yellow
It was
shower.
all me.
That was actually last week during the Truth or Dare.
Wait, are you saying you were taking a yellow shower? That's why you missed Lost, or
Allison, just
topics this week.
all you have to do is drink some more Chuck, and all that shit'll go away.
See, okay, everybody's like, oh, Allison in a bottle, blah, blah, blah. I just rolled in, so I'm not drunk yet.
None of us are drunk tonight, Allison. This is the most sober
Yeah.
log
I'm
ever.
totally sober.
Yes,
What's
this.
that?
This is actually an intervention.
Hey, fuck all you guys! Oh.
Now it feels like an intervention.
No, don't.
No, but yours is tomorrow.
yeah, you couldn't. There's just not enough time.
Yeah, Jason's not here.
What else you're hearing in the background, guys, is mic testing. So that's
Sorry.
why if the things are a little,
Sorry, they're testing me. Hello.
I'm just gonna point out the big white elephant in the room.
Test.
It's okay. First off, let's stop. It's not a white elephant in the room. An elephant in the room and a white elephant are two different metaphors.
Well,
A
no, white
elephant
elephant.
is a bad gifty thing.
What
Yeah.
about if
Or
you're
something that
seeing
doesn't
pink
expensive that
elephants
doesn't work.
Pink elephants on parade.
in the room,
You-
and
you're
they
not-
are an inconvenient gift to you at that time?
You know what, Bo? Don't help. Okay, so we're gonna get this mic situation straightened out. But in the meantime,
Well, shit, I'll just keep talking about Lost.
no, you won't.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to move on to the thing we were all here for, because I tasked everyone with bringing their own topic to talk about. And wait, what's that?
I just need to hear Allison again. I'm sorry.
Okay, do you need to hear me? I can just, shout really loud in the background and drink.
That's as good as I'm gonna get. I don't
Alright.
think this mic is working.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you just talk
Okay.
into his?
Okay.
Okay, no shouting in the background and drinking, I guess. I guess I'll just have to snuggle with you.
You can talk normally.
And drink.
And drink!
I do wanna bring up one
I'm gonna
thing
vote for the snuggling.
before we get off of Lost. I just had a good idea for just a tiny contest for our fans here. I think we should get the girls simultaneously go into the Grant to say, like in a sing-song voice, something like "Lost with Grant," and then the fans can set music to it or do like a little promo or whatever, and whichever one we like the best we'll use every week for Grant's Lost moment.
I second that.
Yeah, do
okay.
it. Ready?
Yeah, I'm totally dope.
So everybody be quiet.
Wait,
except
wait,
for
wait,
the girls.
practice?
We got to decide how you're going to sing it first.
Well, we
and then-
can discuss this on the break and then take care of it after.
Yeah, yeah,
'cause we
yeah.
don't want to just
Okay.
do this
Yeah,
half.
you'll do that then.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
practice.
good. Yeah,
That'll
after
be
the break.
coming up.
All right, cool.
Next on Lost with Grant.
So now, Leog Gravy, featuring everyone coming in with their own potluck thing they want to talk about. And I'm not sure where to start, but things seem to go clockwise. So Cyrus, who's getting up from his mic.
Just to get my notebook.
He had to get his list.
Ah,
Yes.
There are names and numbers, and it's a little list of people who would never be missed.
Does that mean I'm going first?
You're going first, dude.
Well, the most exciting news I heard. Okay, well, I'm going to save the news I know everybody else wants to talk about. But the other thing was that Ian McShane might be playing Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean 4.
Hell yeah.
Which I was just like, I was Pirates of the Caribbean 4, right? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I really hated number 3.
I hated 3 too. I loved the first 2, but 3 I thought was a mess. 4, like, okay, at this point, really. But then they said something that made me happy. The 2 main romantic leads aren't going to be in it at all.
Yeah, that's good.
And Legolas are gone.
And then they said Jeffrey Rush will be back playing that role. I was like, that's awesome. He was one of the best things about it.
Okay.
And then they said it was based on a book by Tim Powers, who was
On
an
Stranger
amazing
Tides.
Hugo and Nebula award-winning author. And
Oh, okay.
supposedly that book is fantastic. In fact, the book's called On Stranger Tides, and the movie's going to be called Pirates of the Caribbean On Stranger Tides. The story sounds really cool, right? But then Ian McShane is the other main character in it. Holy shit, that's going to be awesome.
Is that the dude from Deadwood?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
It's a cocksucker.
Yeah, exactly. Cocksucking Jack, get the fuck out of here, my boat.
Hey,
if this doesn't pan out, somebody just take that idea and fucking run with it. Do a Blackbeard movie. Come on, use Ian McShane.
A spinoff, whatever.
Hey, the guy's an amazing actor and brings class whatever he's in. I'm just, I'm wondering if we can add this to the annals of all the great fourth movies.
Hey, there are comebacks sometimes. It does happen.
Like
I can't
Rambo,
think
you're
of
counting?
any,
John
but-
Rambo, that one?
Actually, that would be a good comeback example. That was considered to be much better, generally speaking, than 3.
Rocky
but
4 had
that is the
Dolph
classic definition of a
Lundgren.
backhanded compliment.
No, Rocky 4 is awful. That's the worst movie.
When he's training in Russia?
There is nothing but one long montage. That's all that movie is.
What number is Thunderball? I think that's the fourth Bond movie. Damn fine Bond.
It does happen, but you have a point. How rare is that?
It's very rare, but occasionally there are film franchises.
Star Trek 4.
Sometimes it's
Star Trek 4.
Leprechaun 4.
You are Leprechaun 4.
Having not watched Leprechaun 1 through 3, I'm going to have to take you at your word at that. Star Wars is technically episort 4, Tony.
Don't even.
Yeah.
Don't.
But
the
a
fourth one
horrible,
was
horrible
Phantom Menace.
perverted use of the word technical.
Matter of fact, that one's so bad
The word
that.
technical I've never heard before.
Well, thank you, Cyrus. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
You
the
nothing
one
else?
weird thing is Rob Marshall is directing it, which I'm like, okay, he's
Wait,
not...
Chicago, Rob Marshall?
Chicago 9.
Oh
and...
man, they should have gotten Gary Marshall. That would have been so.
So it's going to be.
More romantic
What?
comedy.
What are all these pirates? I don't know. Where are we? Are we filming? Come on. Where's my sister?
Has anyone ever done a pirate musical before?
Pirates of Penzance.
No, I know.
And the classic pirate movie.
That's right.
Yeah? Well, what was the name? Was that the name?
With
of the...
Christy McNichol.
That was the name. Okay, so that was the terrible
No,
movie
it was
version
the
of it.
terrible bastardized version of Pirates of Penzance that actually featured lightsabers.
See, that doesn't sound terrible to me at all.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but it does.
And then there was just straight up pirates with.
Or it doesn't, but it should.
Well, it had Jesse Jane in it, and really, what more do you need?
There's no singing, though. There was some throat singing.
All right, so perhaps a version that has the
little
singing
flute
and the
playing.
porno, and ice too. Right? Hey, throw them all in together.
Lightsabers!
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of anal sex on the Spanish Main, but it wasn't that kind of anal sex.
Yeah, they didn't look like with people like Jesse James.
Hi, so Captain Jack, why are you looking so down in the mouth? The cabin boy gave me syphilis.
They weren't having sex with girls who look
All
like
right,
Jesse James.
I think you might want to rethink that if we want to get picked up by Disney again.
It's more like looking like guys who look like Jesse James. Big, hairy, and smelling bad.
The cabin boy was Evangeline Lilly. Does that make it better?
No, not really.
That's why there was so much rum on board those ships. No one wanted to remember what had happened the night before. Well, my balls are drained. I feel fine.
All right.
Why is the parrot looking at me funny?
I got my obligatory pirate syphilis joke out of the way. Let's move on. Please.
Yeah.
The new Bo catchphrase.
I was gonna say enough with that running
The
joke.
cabin boy gave me syphilis. Coming soon to a Leog near you.
Brock gave me syphilis. Brock gave me syphilis.
Aye, Captain Flint. You tell him what for.
Two in the pink, one in the stink. Two in the pink, one in the stink.
I'm just gonna get a piece of your 8.
Next topic, please.
I'm glad you guys are helping me keep this from being a very high school podcast this week.
Now the alcohol's kicking in.
Keeping it classy, Leon. Keeping it classy.
Kat, did you bring something? It's only your second time. It's not like Fight Club where you must fight.
Okay, I'm not 100% prepared for class. I was hoping to talk about Smallville, but I'm 3 episodes behind. So, I mean, if anybody wants to talk 3 episodes ago Smallville in general.
Damn, if the co-host was here, the two of you could go for it.
Watches that.
I would rather pour Clorox in my eyes. But
I'd rather pour Clorox in your eyes.
that's fine. As long as it doesn't involve me watching.
Agree. Perhaps at some point, I know there were some people in the comments section, or who at least had sent me messages about, oh my God, someone who likes Smallville. I know.
We need to film a mini Leog, which is you and the co-host.
You may need to find a different podcast for that.
Wait a minute now. She's here. Show her respect.
No,
that's true.
If
Kat, please
people,
talk Smallville.
But I don't want to do a monologue on Smallville. I did
No.
a brief monologue last
I'm sorry.
week,
We
but-
need you to do that so we can keep making fun of it.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Yeah, it's called fodder.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm 3 episodes behind, so we'll do that next week, I promise.
But what was going on 3 episodes ago?
It was the
Who wants ice cream?
It was the 2-hour episode written by Jeff Johns that was just kind of
awful.
sharky and jumpy. I hate to say.
Why do you even
and
watch
then-
that show?
And then people were like, "No, it's good."
Yeah, because I really loved it when Dr. Fate stole his transformation sequence from Sailor Moon.
Anyway.
Okay,
it's-
God, you cannot keep talking if you're gonna keep saying shit like that, Paris. I don't care if it really happened.
Actually,
I will take Low Clef's bass and fucking club you.
I did have a serious question
Okay.
from one of the listeners that I saw on my page today. I didn't get a chance to respond, and he asked me how I liked the actor who's playing General Zod in this one. And Harris and I had a very brief discussion of this while we were watching that 2-hour episode.
I've heard he's so good that people kneel before him.
Well, kneeling has happened.
What? I don't get
en
any
masse.
fucking laughs for that.
Well, seriously,
no.
it was kind of easy. I like him very much. I think he's doing a fantastic
Who's
job.
the actor? Is it that?
Callum.
I thought it was
Caleb Rennie?
I thought it was one of those guys
no,
from
never mind.
Buffy. It was not James Marster.
You had me
No,
interested.
Brainiac, I
he
think.
played Brainiac.
Oh.
Marsters
No, it's
played
James
Brainiac
Marsters,
a few
yeah.
seasons ago.
Okay.
And he was a history professor. Rock on.
Just like Brainiac in the comics.
I gotta be honest. When you guys say like Brainiac is a history professor and all this, I'm like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
Well, Smallville's like Superman if it was boring.
Okay.
And filmed in a high school.
Smallville's like Superman if it was written by somebody who wanted to fucking make every Superman fan on the planet crazy.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, my response is I like the actor, and I think I watch a lot of BBC programming. I think I've seen him elsewhere. I think he's doing a terrific job. And Harris's question was, why isn't what's his name, who's doing the voice of Jor-El, who played Zod in the movie?
Terrence Stamp.
Thank you. This is what this means. This
No,
hand gesture.
he would not look like a good Zod at this point.
No, and that's what I was gonna say in response to Harris's critique. That I think the 30 years between
This is
between
Terrence.
then and now might have aged him a little bit, even if he had aged well.
He's closer
it
to being
wouldn't-
sod at this point.
Zod should not have an oxygen tank. Kneel before.
I was looking for it, and you pulled it out, man. You pulled it fucking out, and that's why you're in charge of the show.
Formally.
But no, I think he's doing a fantastic job. He's eerily likable, and you can understand why, as Bo.
Well, I want you.
People would kneel before.
Yeah, I want you to look up who the actor is, because now all I'm thinking of is Caleb Keith Rennie playing Zod in a Superman movie, and I'm liking it.
Someone with an iPhone or other applicable device. Yes, please.
I didn't know he sounds bad.
Well, it was called for, and I kind of.
We'll
dropped the
figure it
ball
out
here.
on
I
the break, and we'll come back with that and other
back
questions.
with that and other
Turn to page 395 for the
Choose your
answer.
adventure.
Do your best Hawkman impression.
thought that was
Come
more
on.
like, get the fuck out of my way. I'm Hawkman and I'm pissed off all the time.
Oh, I know.
Not coincidentally,
Pretend Grant is Green Arrow. Go.
Wait, as what character?
Wow, he looked up with like a deer in a headlight look. It was so awesome.
Come on, Grant, let's go protest something.
Okay, so that won 3 weeks ago. And now is that the JSA or the JLA?
It was the
JSA.
JSA. They have alluded to a JLA. You know, I think it was in season 3 when we first saw the Flash show up. You know, at the end of the episode, he says, you know, gosh, there are so few of us around, but now, you know, we were starting to find each other. Maybe we should form a club or a league. Is the line.
I'm suing.
So
I am
been
curious.
like,
How do they present the Justice Society in the real DC universe that people like? The Justice
they're going by
Justice
the rules.
Society was originally formed in the 40s, and it's like legacies, people that were the children of
Yes.
those original, or you know,
That
by
is-
some reason they've lived that long.
That is how they are presenting it. Callum Blue, thank you, Grant. Callum Blue is the actor portraying Zod.
Is it Calum or Callum?
Callum.
Probably Calum.
Okay,
No,
to me the double L softens that
yeah,
A.
yeah, yeah.
Given my
Yes, if English made sense, it would
it
be
does.
Callum.
English makes perfect sense.
Not in pronunciation form, no.
No, really it does. If you
Okay.
go far enough back and you learn the rules, it really does.
Yes, if
it-
you
it
learn the rules
declined
of
once upon a
French
time.
and German and you smash them together in a
And
sense
Old
that
English.
makes no sense.
You gotta go back to Old English. Thank you very much. Anyway, this is another podcast. You know, the JSA.
It's not.
No, it's not. Yeah.
The JSA is
That's me and you
presented
talking
in
on the
that-
porch.
Yes. I meant a separate podcast altogether, not a different issue. Anyway, moving back to our topic at hand. No, the JSA is presented in that way. That this is
Right.
an old, you know. In fact, they have kind of that pan across. There's like a museum.
Sure, we're
guy
a
was-
group of famous old superheroes that somehow was never mentioned before on this show in the last 8 years it's been on.
Well, they've
That does raise kind of continuity eyebrows, but there you go.
no.
Along with questions like why did they leave the Green Lantern and his ring to be, you know, in this abandoned
Well, the
museum?
Right,
ring wasn't
right.
there. The ring wasn't there. The lantern was there.
It's okay.
But
No,
at the same
applying
time-
continuity to
here's
Smallville
why-
is like applying
You're-
logical history to Days of Our Lives.
Because you're moving out in concentric circles, if you will, with the storyline. You start off in Smallville with, you know, Clark and his tiny little cohort of friends, and he's trying to keep his secret. You know, at the beginning, only his parents know. And then, you know, it's as they grow and learn and blah 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 blah, and they get older and meet more people. It's like things just kind of start building out from Smallville. I mean, at this point. Yeah, the show is called Smallville, but it's not taking place in Smallville.
Well, yeah,
anymore.
I mean,
It's in
and
Metropolis.
arguably, but
And
you would
honestly,
think
it needs a rebranding at this point.
One point, you know, I mean, I'm assuming at some point in the first 2 seasons, somebody besides Clark figured out
Manifested some
that
kind of
you know,
superpowers.
actually, my first thing would go like they figured out that Clark had superpowers.
Actually, that was every episode of the first season. Then they got amnesia or died.
Well, yeah, but my thing is, it's just like surely somebody would have mentioned to him, wow,
and
you're just
eventually-
like those other superheroes that are
Right.
all over the
That-
face.
that-
of
that-
the
that's my
internet
point.
since
They're in
1940s.
Smallville. They're in Smallville. They have.
You know,
an
I have relatives in
insular
Kansas,
kind of-
and they heard about 9/11.
They,
I'm just saying.
That'd be a pretty big event.
funny thing about secret
Okay, no.
identities
I'm
and
throwing down-
superpowers, people tend to keep them
I'm
under
throwing
wraps.
down. I'm throwing down a little hard on you because I wasn't here
No,
last.
hey, go for it.
I wasn't here last week, and you have to know what you're in for. Okay.
No.
Dude,
Okay.
I just got finished teaching 11 semesters of undergrad. Anything you can bring, I can take.
Except in this one, Bo's the teacher.
Right.
Throw it, Bo.
Kat,
Come on.
this was your baptism of fire. I just want you to run the gauntlet and see.
You guys are being too hard on Cat. This makes perfect sense. It's like when I met you guys in the Leog, and I was like, oh yeah, Cyrus was a superhero in the 40s, and I just never knew it because I'd never met him before. It makes total sense. Why are you not seeing this?
No, guys, baptism by fire, seriously, you have never sat in a history grad student seminar.
Not
Let
close.
me just tell you, at this point, nothing will hurt. Just bring it, Bo. Bring
All
it.
right.
And I am prepared to defend this in that, you know, we're building a story. We're starting off with, you know, Clark Kent doesn't even understand why he's got these powers. We're starting from, you know, point zero here and building the story. have they stretched it too far and too long at this point?
Yes, they
without
have.
bringing? Yes, I agree.
Well,
But
you
like
say,
I
my-
said,
my-
I mean, he was in high school
my
for
point
6
about
years.
The Justice Society being around in this universe.
How on earth could they have not heard about this?
Well, and not only that,
full
but
plate!
and here's where I trump you, because I know about the DC verse and why the purpose of the Justice Society at this point in history in the DC verse is to train young superheroes who have fabulous powers and yet don't know how to use them. And the fact that they're around and yet in the first season somebody didn't go, dude, we gotta get you checked out by Dr. fucking Fate, and maybe Hawkman can tell you how to throw a fucking punch.
Okay, I'm gonna put my thing down here and say we've talked about
Yeah.
just the Smallville more than Lost this episode,
Yeah.
and that is freaking my shit out.
You know what?
And I'm with
I
you.
was
my
gonna
God.
call it,
I
but
realize what
I'm
they're
really enjoying
going
this.
for, and yeah, I totally understand.
And like 3 more episodes to watch. We'll see if it recovers, because no, that was not the most fabulous episode ever. And like I wanted to say, given that it was written by Jeff Johns,
Who wrote the
I
Justice
was-
Society series?
I was disappointed.
All right.
As well you should be.
This is my podcast, man, and it's freaking me out.
No one eat the red Jolly
All
Ranchers.
right.
You are freaking out.
Round robin.
So, Grant, you've had a chance to come up with 3 different topics in all that time.
Yes.
Wait, what do you got?
If you say Smallville, I will kill you. If you say Lost, I will bury you alive.
Well, there's 2 of my 3 topics. Shit. Well, I mean, most people in here are fans of this. Well, maybe not. Most people. Have you guys seen The Shield?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
Second best TV
all
show
right, good.
ever.
Well, The Shield ended, and I've been wondering what Michael Chiklis would do. And Allison, put your thumb back.
Are they
there.
finally
Oh.
going to do that commish movie I've been praying for?
Well, ABC
Fantastic Four 3.
is announcing that they're going to do a movie called a TV series called No Ordinary Family, which is about superheroes, and he's a family that discovers they're all superheroes.
Is he Mr. Incredible?
Kind of sounds like this, but I mean, I don't know. The name itself is already boring. No
Dude,
Ordinary
the coolest
Family.
thing they could do is if like his wife is super strong and he's just got the invisibility thing.
Well,
it'd be so emasculating for an actor like Michael Chiklis. It'd be hysterical.
The description already says that his wife is supposed to be the super villain of the show.
Oh,
And-
that's right.
Oh, it's just like a real marriage?
Yeah.
That's awesome!
No, in Real Marriage, the kids are the supervillains.
I thought
Little bastards!
I thought you said we weren't allowed to discuss your past.
Yeah, but I guess so far he's really one of the only people cast, and it's going to be directed by the guy who did the pilot of Heroes.
Oh, well.
Well,
Jump
to be
ship
fair,
now.
the first season of Heroes was not bad at all.
It's
No,
the guy
it
who
wasn't.
directed Heroes. It's not the guy who created it, Tim Kring, who buried
Right, this
that
is
show
Greg
in
Greg
the ground.
Berlanti, who was attached to the Green
No,
Lantern
this is
movie.
David Semel.
Okay, when I looked it up, it said Greg Berlanti has a new series with Michael Chiklis, and he was the guy who was attached to
Maybe
Green
he's
Lantern
producing
up
it.
until
Maybe he's running
Martin
it.
Campbell just recently. Yeah, it could be. Maybe he's just the producer.
Yeah.
I mean, if they could do, like, you know, a Fantastic Four style
Sure.
and apply it to this,
Or go the way of Unbreakable,
yeah,
you know, somewhere
I mean,
in between there.
I would be totally into. Well, basically, if they would pick up the huge fucking medicine ball that Heroes dropped after season 1 was over, I'd be all into it. Like, people are like, hey, we've discovered we have powers, we have family problems, but we're also going out and fighting crime, and you know.
Perhaps
stuff
they
like
can
that.
do this since this is ABC, who's going to be losing Lost at the end of
a
this
show
season.
with that many characters can go 2 ways. It can turn into a really stupid soap opera, or it can be something that they planned basically what's going to happen way ahead of time, like Lost.
So it could be Lost or
Like-
Heroes.
Yeah, it can be Lost or Heroes, and Heroes went totally wrong. You could tell 10 episodes in that they had no clue what
Yeah,
they were doing.
they-
Right.
They were
didn't know
just,
where they were
every
going.
episode
Yeah.
was brand new to them.
The
discussing.
last fight, which should have been fucking
Yeah.
epic,
Yep.
was a fart in the wind.
Yep.
And
All that
it's just
build up
like,
for
oh,
nothing.
God.
I was like, did they even have a writer's table?
Yeah.
Yes, but Jeff Loeb was there, and it just ruined everything.
What's funny?
That's
some
why it's
people
like,
to say,
well, I just like to mention my son died of cancer. Here's my story idea.
people like to give me shit every once in a while because they discover that Jeff Loeb wrote for Lost at one point. Guess which season?
Yeah.
Go ahead, guess.
Yep. Yep.
And Jeff Loeb has got one real writing success to his name, and that was back in the 80s.
He did a special appearance coming back for the Nikki and Paulo special episode.
No, he
But
did
it
an
felt
episode-
like he did.
He wrote Commando.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Commando did work, but only because of the guy who chose to direct it and do the set decoration and everything like that.
Commando
The script was
Commando
awful.
works because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest
Well,
fucking
they
movie
go
I've ever
so
seen.
over
But I
the
love
top.
watching it because
They
it's
go
so dumb.
So over the top.
I
with
let him
everything
go.
That it works, you know. I mean, him killing like a whole private army with like jigsaw blades while they're firing fully automatic weapons at him.
Yeah,
from
no,
10 feet
the
away.
idea that this private army is shooting at him with his back turned running, and not one bullet tags him.
Not running. He was like
I
pacing
will
quickly.
argue that movie made Schwarzenegger more than the Terminator, because they looked at that and they went, you know what? He can't act that much, but he took this dog ass piece of a script and just was so like, fuck it, I can do this, and took it, and people were just like, yeah, it's believable when you do it. Maybe it's not believable, but goddamn, you look like a superhero, who cares? And everyone's like, we can make some money off of this genetic fucking steroid freak.
There's something so alien about him that you can totally get into him doing ridiculously dumb action shit in a way that other actors, even other big muscled actors, can't really get away with.
He was the perfect commando because apparently bullets don't hurt him.
Yeah. And wouldn't you believe that? If they told you, you know, the funny thing about that is that set, we were using all live rounds.
Yeah, we were all
they
using-
didn't even penetrate his skin. Just bounced right off, man. Didn't even leave a mark.
We actually found that back alley weapons store actually existed. Broke into it, stole the motherfucker, went to an island, blew some shit up, and it was awesome.
All that shit is filmed real time.
Actual live rounds. That's awesome.
And it's like, but what really stood out was the sterling writing of Jeff Loeb. Oh, and I loved Teen Wolf 2 as well. I'm sorry I'm harping on that, but somebody actually went to my FAQ and they were like, I don't understand. Why do you hate, it was Seeker, who I love. Seeker's a great guy. He asked some really good questions, but he's like, I don't get why you hate Jeff Loeb. I read Long Halloween and liked it. And it's like, here's why.
Somewhere you realize when you said Teen Wolf 2, a little light lit up on Jason Bateman's desk. It's happened again.
Damn it! He's like, he and George Lucas are developing a satellite system to eradicate every Star Wars Christmas special and Teen Wolf 2 copy on the phone. And then it will save us from the Russian missiles.
Hey, Jason Bateman got to eat.
Well, Bo, you haven't had a chance to talk this episode. What's your topic?
Not about anything I wanted to. I blushed in it. I really don't have that much to talk about.
Kristen, what do you have to
Yeah,
say?
exactly. We might as well go straight to Kristen.
Shocked, I tell you, shocked.
Well, yeah. I've been reading or watching much, but I want to say this little thing I'm doing I thought was super awesomely cool.
Wait, just real quick.
I think it's awesomely cool too. Oh,
Allison's gonna let you finish.
I'm totally gonna let you finish. I am. I just want to say, me and Kristen rolled through this town like Paris and Brittany last night. So
Wait, whoa,
What?
what's wrong?
Walking
What?
without
That would
panties?
imply there are pictures and the paparazzi
Yeah.
followed you.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
they
all right,
showed
all
up
right,
at my place of work, and I was scared.
I want to hear this, but I want to save it for the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be epic.
Yeah,
Teaser.
I had to give a piece of clothing to her back a little earlier. So.
It was a sock, but
But Kristen, before the break, let's hear yours.
Okay. It's a cool thing I've been doing. I was approached by a friend of a friend who is the program coordinator for a youth art program here at Art House, which is art museum here that's been open for like 100 years. Anyway, she said they were starting this brand new mentor program for high school students who did not have art programs at their high schools. And she said, this girl, we think she would get along with her so well because her art looks a lot like your stuff and she wants to do a comic. So Art House is going to give this kid $800 to spend between January and May on whatever art project they want to do.
A crystal meth lab, perhaps.
that's chemistry, Leon.
Oh, right. There's an art to it. Does no one watch Breaking Bad? Come
Yeah,
on.
it depends on how you look at it, really.
Porn studio.
Which
I'm a chemical super freak.
And Kristen's like, and yes, and I was going to have them listen to this so they could understand what I was doing, but now, never mind.
Anywho, so
So your young protege.
so I've got this 17-year-old girl I meet with once a week, and we are making this comic. This girl is fucking incredible. Like, her art, she showed me her portfolio and the work she is cranking out for having never had an art class. I'm like, she's better than me. And she like gave me all her page layouts, and I'm like, I don't even like have anything that you should change. Like, she's just getting it, and
You
it's
should kill her, baby.
So, Salieri, how does it feel to train Mozart?
But it's been so inspirational for me because she's like really just breaking things down and like doing new things because she hasn't had all this freaking art training that made her like go into his mold. Like, she's just so free to do everything. And she was describing one of the scenes she wanted to put in her book, and it's all this dream sequence, and she's like, oh, so I was gonna have like this dream sequence, and in the first scene, like to show the kind of character, we're gonna have like everything in her room be stuff that appears in the dream. I'm like, have you seen Labyrinth? She's like, no, I've never seen that. So I let her borrow the DVD, and she came back next week. She's like, that was so awesome! And I was like, I love you.
She'll look back at that moment that her entire style was ruined. Brian Froud stomped all over
I'm
us.
gonna make her watch Time Bandits next and stamp it out for good.
Actually, I'm thinking of loaning her a copy of Death Trap because I don't like where this is going with you and Bo and her.
I've got Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas here if you want to really freak
She
her
was
out.
into Bowie, that's all I was saying.
Bowie?
But,
Is that how cats say Bowie?
say, Allison knows what I'm talking about. Bowie. Space. Anyway, I just want to say I was doing this program, and at the end of May we will publish her book, and we get to have an art show for her and the other kids in the program, and it's been a really, really awesome thing for me, and I know she's having a blast too, so that's been my last 2 or 3 weeks.
That is pretty cool.
That is, yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's not my turn, but I also have been doing a project with a 17-year-old girl every week, and I've got what? Oh, right.
Time for a break.
Oh, man, that's so great that free candy sign I made for you worked out so well.
Exhibit A, Randy. That's all I'm saying. All right, well, let's take a pee break, and we come back. We'll have some new things to talk about.
Or old things that we just make sound new because we're so fun.
All right, back to the second half of Leog.
And it's going to be exciting.
Of course it is.
You can't handle the second half of
Matter of
Leog.
fact, to kick off the excitement, I want to give our good friend Low Clef here a second chance to show us what he can do.
Why, did he screw up the first time?
Well, he wasn't happy with it.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't expecting it. I kind of threw him off.
Sounded good to me.
He's not here enough to know that like things can come at any time from anywhere. Go.
Ooh, little chili peppers.
All right, Greg, get your heart out.
I am down with the bass. It is true. Now,
Right on.
I believe Greg was trying to find a name for his band. So I'm just saying, people, or not Greg, I'm sorry. Your name isn't Greg, is it? It's Tony.
Greg.
One half a beer and here I am.
Wow.
Well, he's the monster dressed as Greg.
If I didn't know better, I swear you were Jason Murphy.
I know,
He's
right?
the man in Greg.
But he's looking for a name for a band. And don't
bad thing to
post
say about
it.
his boyfriend.
Don't post in the comments. But if you have any suggestions that you're willing to give up, throw them his way.
How about Meat Coat? I liked Meat Coat.
It's funny because when I lived in Houston, I had a buddy who had a band called Lung Overcoat. I think he played Austin a bunch.
Badass long coat.
Okay. Well, I don't know if any of that's it.
I mean, how about I am not Greg?
Well, right,
He likes that. He likes it. He likes it.
well, right on, Low Clef. Thank you so much. You play so beautiful, don't you agree? Now, coming up, before we get back into the regular topics, we have a guest. A little late guest, but our good friend Chris
My cat,
Nicholas.
Kodos. Come on in, Kodos.
Enough with the cat. Known as Uncle Staple, the man behind the Staple Independent Media Expo.
That's
right.
Where we met Kristen.
Yeah.
Always remember for
It's
that.
our 1 year anniversary in a week and a
That's
half.
true.
Oh
That's true. And we will of course be at the show covering things. And if you're in Austin, Chris, tell us what weekend is that? You know what? I'm doing all the talking. It's your show. Plug your show.
It's going to be March 6th, this coming Saturday, first Saturday of March, at the Monarch Event Center here in Austin, Texas.
Right on.
And I'm kind of proud of this. It is like you guys' 1 year anniversary. Staple is all about bringing people together, and it's brought Kristen and the Leog together, and that just chokes me up.
Now this is basically like an independent comic convention. It's a one-day show.
It's a lot of independent comics creators and craftspeople and zinesters, and this year we have 3 different independent game companies that are going to be there, like tabletop game companies, card games, and just a wide variety of stuff. That's all. The key word is independent. It's not Marvel DC creators. It's folks that are doing it themselves, either self-published or small press type.
So basically, people who are in the area or can get here, who are interested in creating their own comic, this would be a good spot for them to come meet other like-minded people, network.
Absolutely, yeah. There's going to be over 100 exhibitors this year, so the most we've ever had.
And from experience, everybody is really friendly and really helpful, and you can just walk up and ask to see people's work and their portfolio, and they'll help you and they'll talk to you about their steps and their processes and what works and what doesn't, and helpful advice, and it's really awesome. It's a love-in.
It is totally a love-in for comics.
Hey, I was happy to bring
that's-
Allison there for the first time,
Yeah,
and
thanks,
she was afraid it was going to be like Jack Black in the record store would be all snobby. Not that
Right.
way at all.
No, and I've heard that from a lot of people. As far as these type of conventions go, this one has one of the most casual, friendly vibes.
Which is not to make it sound too hippie. You actually get some
everybody
production done,
bathes.
some things to
Most-
buy.
Most people bathe.
People bathe. They actually sell things.
That one guy.
Well, there's always that one guy.
Hey.
But we do have some big special guests this year. Our 6th year.
I'm amazed to watch how this show has grown and gotten more and more successful.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but our guests include Guy Davis.
Hell yeah.
Famous for the Sandman Mystery Theater.
Sandman Mystery Theater back in the day. BPRD is the current artist on. He's also
Right.
done his own comic, The Marquis, which has been recently collected.
Yeah, it's
and
like
released.
a 15th century French demon hunter. It's Dark
pretty-
Horse recently collected it. It's great.
It's beautiful. I got it when it was coming out in single issues, and it's just beautiful.
And he worked on the Amazing
black and
Screw
white
On Head,
art.
is that right?
Amazing Screw On Head was Mignola's one-shot comic, which got made into
A really good one-shot animated.
Fantastic, and Guy did
with,
a lot of
Paul Giamatti doing voiceover work in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna screen that. I just got the DVD of that.
Oh, right on.
I think Neil Patrick Harris is in it. They're in
Yeah,
it.
it's,
Patton
it
Oswalt.
was great.
Patton Oswalt plays his little minion. It's great.
Brian
They
Fuller
did-
was the guy involved with it from Pushing
Yeah.
Daisies.
They did a pilot on
David Hyde Pierce is the
They
villain.
aired
Yeah.
the one episode that on Sci-Fi, and they didn't pick it up, the fools. But Guy did a lot of prop design, set design, and prop, all the weird instruments. He
Sweet.
designed a lot of those. So he's gonna be there. I'm really excited. He's my favorite artist working right now. Which is the fun thing about organizing comic book convention. You can I like this guy. I'll invite him.
And there is one.
And then Andy Runton is another big guest this year. He does the lovely, friendly, all ages comic Owly. That everyone,
Oh, yeah, Owly,
everyone
yeah.
loves.
The cutest
Owly.
comic on the planet.
Cutest thing. you've
No,
ever
that's
seen.
a coup. That's very popular right now.
And super nice guy too, and we're excited to get him. Chris Schweizer, who does Krogan's Adventures series of comics, is going to be there. He also teaches cartooning at SCAD in Savannah, and he's going to do a sort of educational presentation about some things you shouldn't be doing if you're a cartoonist.
Right. He's not at Fish's SCAD. He's at the other SCAD.
Right.
Wait, there's another SCAD?
It's a different.
Atlanta.
It's a different. Yes.
Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah,
SCAD Atlanta.
There's the original Savannah campus, and now there's an Atlanta campus as well.
I think he's at.
And they hate each
Oh.
other.
Okay.
It's Georgia. Who can tell? And then,
There's a big fat difference, my friend. Big
They're all
fat
very
difference.
interrelated there.
yeah, they're all cousins. I don't think he's from.
Yes, it's been everyone wears white linen suits and string ties. And
mint juleps.
Atlanta, they carry machetes and kill people.
That kind of sums it up, right?
And in the last bit of programming we're gonna have that afternoon is there's a local gentleman named Jason Newlander who one of the founders of Salvage Vanguard Theater, local independent theater.
Yeah, which is an awesome independent theater collective in Austin, which is renowned for its awesome independent theater collective. So and yeah, Jason's a friend. He's a really cool guy.
And he's a real together cat too.
Yeah.
I've met him, and he's going to do a performance of the Intergalactic Nemesis.
Sweet. That is it's a radio show, a quote unquote radio show scripted like the old Shadows or stuff from the 1930s with a sci-fi bent, and they get the actors up on stage. They all dress in kind of like 1930s period costume, but they're not acting out their parts. They're acting as if they're in a radio show, and it's got real Foley work, which is the old-fashioned Foley work is the old-fashioned name for sound effects, and it's like they'll have guys like with blocks of wood to imitate going upstairs, and there's a band.
I don't know if you're
it's
aware
awesome.
of this, but they recently made a comic book of the story of the
sweet.
Intergalactic Nemesis, and now when they perform it, they project the art from the comic book on screen. So we're going to be doing that as well, and then all the other great.
Do you know who the artist was on the comic?
Local artist Tim Doyle. Tim Doyle. I've seen the stuff. I got to see a little preview show of it at the Alamo. It was a lot of fun. It was like a slideshow with live acting and live music and sound effects.
Right on, man. Oh, well, that sounds
unique.
Awesome. Like I said, we all can't wait to go to the show, and maybe next week we can start. We'll have a big staple. I had something else planned, but Staple's coming up first. Oh, in 2 weeks.
Week and a half.
I was saying South by Southwest is coming up pretty fast, so there's going to be a week there that I ain't going to be able to record shit. So we might think about doing two
shows.
One of the 2 show nights.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Chris, how much is it to get into Staple?
Who's Chris?
It's Uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Staple.
Chris Nicholas?
I use my real name. I changed it legally to my 2 middle names. I have nothing to hide, people. Nothing to hide here.
We mean Uncle Staple.
No one's stalking me. God damn it.
It's $5 at the door.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A mere $5, which is the same price it was in 2005.
All right.
You cannot get that much entertainment for $5 anywhere.
You guys are the Fugazi of comic book shows. That's what I'm saying. Just always keep the fans there. It's staying the same price. Well past the point when it's reasonable to keep at that price.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Because
people should be paying $20-$30 to get in that thing. It's so badass.
Thanks, man.
Also, I want to plug the pre-party over at Austin Books the night before. Austin Books throws us a little hoedown.
That's right. Yeah, that's always a lot of fun. Brad over at
We're
Austin
plenty
Books.
of hoes.
Brad, his real name. Yeah, Austin Books puts out a couple of kegs, and everybody, it's just a little meet and greet, and
It's great.
real nice warm up for the weekend. And then we just booked the Shangri-La on East 7th, I believe, for the live art show after party.
Oh, right on. That place has some cheap, strong drinks.
And they have a huge patio, and the live art show is an absolute blast. Even for me, sitting behind that table for 8 hours, like being on. So I finally get to relax, sit back, chat with my friends, and drink. But all the artists will get up and do quick drawings, and we'll auction them off last year. And one of the really fun things for me last year was we had Stan Sakai who did Usagi Yojimbo, and I got up there and drew this Usagi that looked like Hello Kitty. And Stan loved it. He's like, oh, that's so great. So, it's just super awesome when you have the guests there. You're like, this person's so awesome, and they're drawing there with you. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was all day that day. Yeah, I was so busy just doing everything. But then when I saw Stan Sakai drawing in the live art show, I actually geeked out. I really geeked out, but I did it.
All right, will there be any Leog business at the Staple?
Well, you guys are set up. You're gonna be there, so
we will be there.
Have
so
a table.
Yes.
Yeah, we are gonna have a table there, and any and all of you are welcome to come and represent. We would love it if you did, as much or as little as you want to. The actual recording this year will not be audio. In fact,
Oh, it won't?
It will be video, thanks to Mr. Jason.
Really?
We'll be walking around with the camera so people can actually see what's going on at the tables.
Okay,
and
right
stuff.
on.
See real interviews with people. Of course, that means you won't actually see Leon and I on the camera, but you'll hear us off of it.
But
man.
many other terrifying visages will be there.
I
You
love
won't have to sit and watch the whole crazy unedited mix. We are going to mix it down for you.
Well, we gotta have some audio. I love interviewing those independent,
No,
creators
it'll be
last year.
it's not going to be a silent movie, Leon.
Well, that's too bad because those were the best. That's when they knew how to make
The
them.
talkies came in and they ruined everything, didn't they, Leon?
Leon, tell us about the days when you didn't
himself
need
with
words
a
because you
famous
had
comic
faces.
And it's
Hey,
a
that-
shame because Grant does a fabulous silent acting.
That bastard Al
Really.
Jolson.
Oh, Lillian Gish was a real dish.
He does look like Buster Keaton a little bit.
I'll tell you that Gary
It does
Cooper's
make you wanna
no
kinda picture
Rudy
through a window.
Valentino.
I just want to do a couple quick shout outs to a couple of folks that are here. Randy, who is through his wonderful comic shop Rogues Gallery, been sponsoring Staple.
Rogues Gallery, where is that?
Why? It's Rogues Gallery Comics and Games in Round Rock, Texas.
Thank you
I
for
can't even
that.
get through with a straight face anymore.
Fine shop, and his continued support has been very crucial, and his involvement in the Staple Planning Committee. And also this year, the new person on the Staple Planning Committee was Allison. I recruited.
That's right.
She's been doing volunteer coordination.
And some graphic design work, I
then,
believe?
Yes, I found out she was a talented artist, and you can make posters and stuff then, and she's been doing that. So, if anybody out there needs to hire a talented artist,
Yes, hire me.
I recommend.
Or if you need a cake in the shape of a finger.
Or if you need a costume in the shape of a mermaid, or
Things along those lines.
knitted stuff, whatever. If you can think of it, and I have access to the internet, I can totally hook you up.
Honestly, she's such a nice person, too. She's the type of person that, say your girlfriend just broke up with you, and you just need a girl to tell about how much pain you're in. She's the person to talk to. She will sit there and she will be your shoulder. The look, I'm getting.
Allison's page will be fun tomorrow.
Oh, she's even better if there's some girl that you like who's not noticing you or just told you she only wants to be friends. Allison is the person to talk to.
Yeah, I wanted to throw in something, too, here for
You
Randy's
horrible
shop.
fucking bastard.
For Randy's shop, and I just thought of this. I was like, why don't we do this anyway? Because this shit's just been sitting around. We've got a big stack still of those photos we took of us as the league, the old-timey photos. We should give you like 25 of those to put in the shop or so and say, hey, you know what? First 25 people to come in there and say, hey, I want one of those Leog pictures, just gets one with their order. When they
Dude, those photos will be lining a bird cage.
But it's worth a try. It's worth a try.
After we gave it away to all 5 people in Round Rock that listened to us.
Free
The
Leon
other
picture with
20 are
purchase.
going to be
No, that's
used
not
for
true. We
horrible
actually
things.
we had somebody come
All
in the
5
shop the
people
other
in
day
Round
and
Rock
mention
agree.
Leog.
I'm sorry, I meant the one person who listens to
No,
us.
there is a Round Rock Leog fan club. They sent us a package, remember?
Oh, that's true.
Well, then
did.
shout the fuck out for that. Wait, did I get anything?
Didn't you already get it?
No.
Oh.
I could have sworn you got it already.
Well, fuck those guys then.
Yeah, I got mine.
Maybe I forgot to give it to him. It's here somewhere.
Oh, he wasn't here that day.
No, I know. Okay, so it's here somewhere.
I think they were very
Oh, well,
selective
shout
of-
out to those guys.
of who they were fans of, though, in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't get anything, Grant.
Oh.
Actually, he did. I just took it.
Nothing for a donkey.
Son of a bitch.
Well, all right. Well, Chris, thank you. I'm looking forward to next week when we can really go into depth and talk to some of the guests from the show.
I'm looking for, well, it's a week after next, but yeah.
Okay, whatever it is. Whatever we're doing this. Now, moving on to back to the old business. Ooh, that's a nice gift for you,
Oh
Bo.
hell yeah! It's the first trade paperback of the new Justice Society of America, which I totally fucking needed. So what? Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
All right, give it up for Round Rock.
Yeah, Round Rock.
Woo.
Oh.
Give it up for Round Rock.
Yeah.
Round Rock! The Round Rock Leog fan club needs to identify themselves because we don't know who they are.
They're
They're
the Yancey Street Gang.
Okay, fair enough.
So picking up back where we left off, Harris, I believe it was your turn.
All right, well, the one I wanted to bring up was The Losers, because I finally managed to catch the trailer in the theater, and holy fucking god.
Wait a minute, do you mean the Vertigo series, or is this a movie?
It's an
based-
adaptation of the Vertigo series.
The Vertigo series by Andy
there
Diggle
is
and
no
Jock.
there is no Captain Storm, there's no Gunner and Sarge, and therefore it's not really the Losers.
Oh.
But it is the Vertigo version of the Losers, which was actually a pretty damn good thing.
Bitter.
I said it was pretty good.
No, it's
Cast
the
those
Vertigo
waters from
city.
afar.
It's the Vertigo series by Andy Diggle and Jock, and it's been adapted to a movie. And by all appearances, this is what the A-Team wants to be when it grows up and gets a little hair in the special places.
Oh, really? Do they drop a tank with a parachute? 'Cause if you can't
Yeah,
top
actually,
that, I don't know.
I think they do.
Yeah.
No, but it's like the adult indie version of it, right? They got the Arcade Fire to play the theme song.
Well, I pity the fool that don't have the Arcade Fire.
I will say, that that little kind of sub niche of, and there definitely is that hipster vibe, but that kind of hipster against the grain action team, that's working against the man because they got effed over. Hey, I gotta say, for that genre, it looks like a pretty good example of that.
Which there aren't a lot of good ones in.
No, they're not.
film,
Yeah. What's the one where
Mystery
they were all
Men?
trying to assassinate fucking Ari from
Smoking Aces.
Yeah, Smoking Aces. Yeah. That's an example of and that's the sad thing, because when I watch that, it's like, oh wow, if this works, it'll be great, and it
Too
didn't.
bad it didn't.
Same
But
with
I
Mystery
watch
Men
The
was
Losers,
another,
and I have the same effect, which is, if this works,
One of the things
I'm
I'm kind
seeing
of
what they're
looking
trying to
forward
do.
is
If this
that
works,
Andy
it'll
Diggle
legit.
was an unabashedly political writer, and the Vertigo series was a big commentary on the corporate influence on the war on terror, especially within the corporate interests that drove a lot of it.
yeah, I don't think they allow that anymore since Fight Club.
So I'm kind of hoping that some of that actually does make it into the movie. The only part of it-
Well, Harris, I don't want to. I know you're on a roll, but it's just that for people who've never read The Losers, such as myself, could you give a brief synopsis?
Well, and fortunately for everyone who hasn't, they've just released a compound graphic novel with the first two volumes together. But the Losers originally are a special forces team. That they were called the Losers because they were people that didn't quite fit in with other branches of the special forces. They get seconded to the CIA for action in Afghanistan, and in the middle of an action in the 90s, they get betrayed by their handler, a guy known only as Max, and they're left for dead. Everyone thinks they're dead. They spend a couple of years licking their wounds, coming back, and ready to basically kind of kick the CIA's ass in revenge and try to get their names off the death list. Because
Would you
if they ever
say?
show up,
Would you say they're trying to fuck up the program?
sure.
This sounds like 100 bullets without amnesia.
Wait,
No,
amnesia bullets? Are we back to Wolverine again?
Oh no.
Did you see where someone commented, "You guys need to leave Wolverine alone"? Okay, the amnesia bullets thing, whatever. It's like that one thing. Y'all got to stop harping on that.
No.
I was like, no, that was
No.
one of them.
It was not that
Yeah,
one
because the
thing.
rest of the movie was fucking great. Yeah.
Oh, the rest of the movie was Shakespeare.
That was just the one thing that was so bad.
My
it was-
Sabertooth, you are unto my brother.
That was the one thing that was so bad. It was laugh out loud.
Right.
funny
By the time we
That-
got
that
the
was the-
amnesia bullets, I already had a gun in my mouth.
That was the weapon. That was the weapons grade crystal meth of Wolverine.
Right, if I'd had amnesia bullets at that point, I would have fired one in my head to forget the fucking movie.
Repeatedly.
But there aren't bullets strong enough.
If they just made these things in the last 2.5 fucking hours.
Hey, let's get Ryan Reynolds and not let him talk.
By the way, yeah, the only way you can get someone to see Wolverine Origins more than once is to use amnesia bullets on them.
I just don't know why they did the video editing with the video toaster on a Commodore 64. What was that? I was just like, you're gonna fuck up metal? How can you fuck up just metal? It's not even doing anything. It's just sitting there. And you're like, yeah, that looks like totally fake CG. Really, dude? They did Gollum, and you can't do metal.
Well, to be fair, they had never done that before. Oh, wait. They did it 3 fucking times!
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't understand how they get to the 4th movie and they can't get it right.
Well, in
we
fairness,
fucked up
though...
the script in the last one. Let's fuck up the way it looks, too.
In fairness to the effects guys, though, at the end, that Professor Xavier did look like the creepiest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my goddamn life. Was that what they were going for? Was creepy? Was it?
Professor Xavier wants to touch you in the bad place.
And in fairness, if you distilled all the fucked up things Marvel Comics has done with Wolverine over the years, you probably would have gotten that movie.
Right, it was still better than Jeff Loeb's run. There is that.
There is that.
You don't find out that Wolverine and Sabretooth are really evolved mutant cats.
Meow meow.
Surprised Loeb didn't write it, though. Just Wolverine shit brown.
So in short, we're not going to be leaving Wolverine Origins alone anytime soon.
Even when we're talking about completely different movies.
Have fun not listening to the podcast.
Is it just me, or in the Siege, when you read the Dark Wolverine thing, is he gay? Did they make him gay?
No.
Why fabulous?
No, why do you say that?
He's like hitting on Hawkeye, and Hawkeye's like, get off me! Like, what the fuck was that?
No, that was like a Bugs Bunny kiss.
Dude, I'm
it was
sorry.
just to throw him off.
And right before that, he was saying something to Norman. I was like, dude, they're totally painting him.
Wait, who was Dark Wolverine? Is that Daken?
Yeah.
It's because he's rocking like Daken.
Well, no, and it's true. I mean, because he is entertaining and as arresting as a really bad hair metal band from the 1980s performing now.
Well, the thing is, his healing factor makes him gay, so a few hours after he's shot, he's totally into dudes.
Well, then, even better, he's got pheromone powers.
Where the fuck did that come
my
from? Is
God.
this Mother Spider-Woman?
I don't even know if they've ever actually used the damn things. Just one day in the comics. Oh, by the way, he smells really pretty.
That's funny. They did that with Spider-Woman, too. Like, oh, by the way, I have this power.
Yeah.
And White Queen, oh, by the way, I can turn to diamonds. No explanation needed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm the one who got us off topic. I apologize.
Because we're Marvel. We don't need new characters. We'll just make bastardized, horrible versions of the ones we have.
Except for the Sentry, who apparently has turned into, I don't know, Miracle Man?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. He was bad when he started. He's doubly bad
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, especially that great, hey kids, comics, rip.
Well, when you have a character that's so powerful and so unlikable that they've written him into as a Deus Ex Machina, they know they can do anything and wrap up any situation.
He can warp reality so he can make it all go
Sentry
away.
Can do whatever the fuck he wants. So the story isn't compelling at all.
No,
you know he's sitting there.
He's the
waiting to do
Marvel
it.
version of the Spectre. He's all powerful, and we don't know what the fuck to do with him. Awesome.
I look back with such warmth on the Beyonder now.
I know.
That guy could wear
My
a perm.
God, yeah. Can you
Jerry
please,
curl
can
and
you
all.
please bring back somebody with a Jerry curled mullet and a white leather jacket?
Who needs Spider-Man
'Cause that
to
was
explain
fucking
to him
hot.
how to use the bathroom?
Oh wait, that's everybody in Brooklyn right now. Sorry, hipster joke. Have fun, tell your friends.
Yeah, I mean, the Beyonder might as well come back wearing a shirt that says Frankie Say. Because he's all about the 80s.
Oh, he's dyking?
So, Harris, any more about the losers you want to say? Or?
Well, really, the only part of it that I'm kind of nervous about is there's one casting choice they made that I was a little iffy on. In the comic, there's the character of Aisha, who is an Afghani girl who grew up in the Khyber Pass.
Wait, Aisha or Aisha?
Aisha.
How's it spelled?
Aisha.
That's Aisha.
Is there an
I
E
knew a
mark for the
girl
I?
with that spelling, and it was Aisha.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
is
everybody else in the Muslim world spells it, pronounces it Aisha.
So I guess it depends on where she's from. I
Yeah,
guess.
she grew up in the Khyber
Afghanistan would be pretty much solidly in the Muslim world.
Unless she's
During the
Grant's
war-
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's spelling it differently to be different.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
true.
there's that football player named Anferny.
But yeah, she grew up during the worst of the Soviet occupation. So as a result, she is she grew up in hell, and her character is very much like that. She would much rather kill you as look at you. And in the movie, they've cast Zoe Saldana as her, and apparently instead she's a CIA agent now.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
kind of a...
Are you
that's
sure she's
bad.
not
I
a?
thought you were gonna say Zoe Deschanel. I was like, what?
Now, that would be a weird casting.
Yeah, once they start like fucking with like origin stories that really they have no reason to fuck with,
Yeah.
Well,
that's
they
a
make
bad
the
sign.
character not the same
Yeah.
character.
They also did that with Pooch, though. Pooch, who was like a 40-year-old guy, they've made him sort of more of a like hipster equal to
Jensen?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's lead character, Clay.
Oh wow, I was writing on this piece of paper and I went totally off the page and wrote this off.
What?
But
yeah,
the trailer
no.
does.
Pooch I'm less worried about because the character seems pretty much the same. He's just kind of this laconic, laid-back guy who's also the best pilot you can find. But again, Aisha is one. She is driven by hate and rage. She's like a female Jason almost. She lives for collecting ears and killing people who piss her off.
We're not talking about Friday the 13th here.
She
people,
does it
in case
she
you
does it
skipped
with
that.
less
She
whiskey.
looks driven by bulimia in the movie.
Yeah.
though.
No, it does look
Seriously,
like
Well, she lost a lot of weight to play that tall blue chick. So.
I mean, is Zoe Saldana not the new Tandy Newton?
We'll
Yeah,
wait
no,
and see.
yeah, you're right.
But I'll
hope
say this
not.
though: the trailer, I loved the comic, and the trailer gets several of the moments from the comic just dead on perfect.
Especially my personal favorite with Jensen
thing?
in the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a great moment in the comic, and I'm not really spoiling this because
It's
it's
in
in the
the
first
trailer,
trade. It's in the trailer, hell. He gets cornered by security guards and says, you don't want to fuck with me. I'm like that Akira-level psychic kind of guy. And they're like, kind of looking at him, like, what the fuck? And he just points one, and it's like at the end of Crank, where he just points at someone does the finger gun and shoots him, and all of a sudden, dude falls over. Points at the other guy. Same thing, dude falls over. Guy in the middle's like, what the fuck? Falls over.
And then he says, and with his dying breath, what the fuck is Akira?
And the great camera zoom through the window where you see the bullet hole through another window, through another building, and the sniper Cougar is just sitting there just like, that's right, I'm that good.
Yeah, no, it does look that trailer is fucking awesome. There's no question about
Yeah,
it.
and if you haven't read the comic, I mean, it's really
Seriously, read it. It's
There's
awesome.
5 volumes. Two of them have been collected in one book. The other 3 have been collected in one book later this summer. It's well worth it. It's a great action.
I'm really, and this is a total compliment to the guy who wrote it, but I'm really surprised that it wasn't Azarello because it's definitely like right up there. You know,
Yeah, Diggle
really,
does some of the
really
best
good
action.
crime fiction.
Diggle does great action, and actually, off topic a little bit, but his Adam Strange miniseries was actually fantastic as well.
And it made me sad that they
Yeah.
wrote that off within seconds of it being done.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
but
doing
it was good as a
Daredevil right
standalone.
now.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of fucking up Daredevil.
Is he? Because I've been a couple issues
It's
behind.
I feel like it's just spinning its wheels. I'm not liking what he's doing with it.
Loving his
I think I
Daredevil.
like Brubaker
Really?
took a little
Yeah.
bit to get
Well,
into his
I know
groove,
Jason
though.
did want to bring this up about like what the fuck's going down, and I haven't like touched Daredevil since Brubaker. So
man.
what is going on right now?
I'm loving it. I mean, do we want to talk about it a little bit?
Well, it's actually your turn, Randy. Now
well,
you might
okay,
have a
I'll
different
do it. All right, then
This
I'll do it.
can be what you pick.
This
or
will
it
be
can
what I
be
pick. That's
something
fine.
else.
I'm actually, that is one of my favorite Marvel comics right now.
Really?
Yeah. Daredevil has at the end of Brubaker's run. Spoiler: if you haven't read Brubaker's run yet, cover your ears for a few minutes. Daredevil has taken over the Hand,
Yeah.
and it starts off looking like he's sort of gone corrupt, and he brings in Black Tarantula, who Brubaker used to pretty good effect, and brings in the new White
Which
Tiger.
is really hard to do.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
And brings in
Because
the
his
White
power
Tiger
is
that,
he has spiky shoes. And I'm not bullshitting you folks.
No.
That's his fucking power.
No, that's Tarantula Spider-Man. This is a different dude.
Oh, all right. Okay. So
His power.
Black Tarantula.
Yeah. Black Tarantula's power is
What's
he's
Bucky's
Latino.
best with Black Tarantula?
So,
They get the steam.
I'm sorry. His power is he has spiky shoes and he's fucking black.
But so
That
he's
is
got,
a power.
No, but Black,
According to the Marvel universe, it fucking is.
It's such a power you have to put it in your title.
It's not a power
Exactly,
you want if
man.
Mark Miller's writing it, though.
So what can you do? Well, I can grow really tall. Well, all right. Well, we've already got Goliath. Well, I'm fucking black. Oh, whoa! You're black Goliath.
Wait.
Never mind. Here's your Avengers membership card.
Wait, there's a white Goliath?
Like those elephants.
Stupid affirmative action.
I'm just waiting for it to come full circle. So there's Jew Goliath. fuck with that, biblical scholars. Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna suck when he gets taken down by David Banner.
Yeah, Jew Goliath isn't anywhere near as scary as Jew Goliath's mom.
But I gotta admit, Jew Panther, really bad idea. It was just like, could somebody just bring me some pastrami? I'm busy. I'm trying to do some deals here.
Dude,
come on.
Okay. Ixnay.
What? I just,
Hold on a second. There's another stereotype we haven't unearthed yet.
So we should talk about Black Doctor Strange while we're at it.
No. Now he's Dr. Voodoo.
Dr. Black Strange?
Dr. Black Strange.
No, that's a porno.
I believe it's Dr. Reverend Black Strange.
No, it's true. Like the title of the new Doctor Strange book by Mark
and
Waid
I'm
is
making
Strange.
this joke during Black History
Some
Month.
motherfuckers always
Somebody
trying to
fucking
cast
kill
spells
me.
uphill.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Black Tarantula is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And anyway, so Daredevil's running this organization, and it quickly comes out that he's basically trying to use it as for good. You know, the
Wait,
thing
is he
they always
trying to use it to bring back his dead girlfriend?
No.
No, he's actually confronting
Which
Norman
one?
Osborn as basically Norman Osborn and Hammer have corrupted the police department and the FBI and all that. So the Hand is sort of going after the corrupt law enforcement.
Guess where you lost me?
Where did I lose you?
Starts with Norman, ends with Osborn.
Well, he's not actually in it.
Thank God.
There you go.
Okay, say Randy, this is my problem because now it's like Diggle is taking over and he's bringing Daredevil back really into the Marvel universe, getting him mixed up with the whole Siege Norman Osborn thing, which he has stayed out of completely
Right.
and had these great runs because of staying out of it. Just like the Punisher, because of staying out of that, that's allowed him to have hardcore crime stories.
I guess here's what I'd say. The last couple issues have seen him going to Japan to deal with the Hand and to sort of deal with basically becoming the head of them, and we're seeing a little bit more of the inside of the Hand, who the heads of them are and what they do and that kind of thing, and I'm really interested in seeing that.
I see him flip-flopping a lot. Like, we're going to do this, or if I could dismantle the Hand from the inside. No, wait, I'm going to run it really. No, I'm going to kill cops. Oh, I feel bad about it.
Thematically, it's very similar to when he basically went into Hell's Kitchen, beat the living shit out of every criminal he saw, and said, "Guess what, fuckers? I'm the Kingpin."
No,
it's
which
not
I love.
similar to that because he had a plan. He was like, I'm taking this motherfucker over, and nobody's going to do shit in Hell Kitchen ever again.
Actually, I
see
really
him-
get the sense from this that that's exactly what's happening. He's got a plan, and all this shit
No.
is part of it.
No, see,
right from the end of Brubaker's when it first
No,
happened. that's what happened.
yeah. At that point, it felt that way, but now it's like he's kind of like, well, gosh, we're living. Our headquarters is in a sewer, and I don't know how much longer I should do this. And this is kind of
he's
bad.
a Ninja Turtle now?
When was he not?
Dude, the Ninja Turtles canonically, well, unofficially because Marvel has the rights, were tied into Daredevil's origin. The truck that
that's
blinded
right.
him also had the ooze that mutated the Ninja Turtles in the
Oh my
original Eastman and Laird
I
comics.
didn't even want to know this. This is the information that I feel should be blacked out from the Library of Congress. Should be removed.
I didn't know this, but I'm going to endeavor to forget it.
Exactly.
No, the original Ninja Turtle stuff was actually good, which you'd know if they'd bothered to keep it in print.
That's true.
I still have the original Raphael one-shot where they introduced Casey Jones.
That's just
awesome
embarrassing.
stuff.
No,
that's
it's
good.
All the black and white comics from
Oh
them
yeah,
were great.
it was so wink and nod, and we're like it's very much like the early Cerberus stuff, where he's just like completely poking his finger in everybody's pies, going like, "This is funny, this is funny, this."
No,
is
I
funny.
agree. And then, of course, suddenly it started making lots of money when they decided to turn into a cartoon. And Eastman Laird said, "What integrity?"
And then Eastman and Laird went, "All women are holes."
No.
Wait, that's excuse me.
I
That's
can't. When
that's
someone
Cerberus.
drives a wheelbarrow money up to my house and I say no, we'll see how.
Wheelbarrow? That was more like a dump truck.
And watch how fast this will vanish if anybody comes up and says, "Hey, we're gonna make Leog in a multi-million-dollar franchise. All you have to do is say this, this, and this." Guess how fast we're gonna say it?
You have to sign on to the cast of the OC is going to be playing.
That's fine.
So Daredevils with Black Hand, something about Black Goliath, and Ninja Turtles. Got it.
I can't believe you got that much out of it. Anyway, I like Daredevil even if Leon hates it.
Well, about the new issue today, or at least last week.
Oh, okay, so you're still giving it a chance then.
Yeah, I am still buying it.
I actually thought this was one of the stronger issues in a while, so.
I'm going to take your word for it because it was one of those where I'm like, Like of all the books I'm buying right now,
Yeah.
it's the one that's the
verge.
closest. Yeah, it's on the verge.
That's interesting. It's one of my favorite Marvel books right now, and I'd lost a little interest in the tail end of Brubaker's run. So.
I did like the stuff that they were doing with Lady Bullseye and the Kingpin.
Yeah, and that's still going on,
that,
too,
That
back
stuff
in
was,
New
was
York.
really cool. I'm just like, I see the herd, or I don't know if it's a herd. Is it a pod or a herd or a group or a murder of great white sharks in a sea?
Gaggle.
With the motorcycle poised over it, just waiting to launch into the air. And I'm hoping he brings it all back down, you know.
I gotta say that was pretty cool when Fonzie jumped over the shark, though.
That was when
You know,
Happy Days got good.
I was about 9 years old when that happened, and yeah, you're right. Unless I watched it again. as an adult.
I was just listening.
You summed it up perfectly.
I was listening to their podcast recently. It was like, that show's so funny because at first they were actually really into representing the 50s. When it first started, they were like, this is American Graffiti, the show. And about third season, they started having like feathered hair and bell-bottom jeans. They were just like, fuck it.
I won't say they went that far, but the one that makes me laugh is when Fonzie decided to go to the South and help liberate, fight for civil rights.
That, yeah. That was like a two-parter.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Hey,
And
man,
then he,
prejudice
like,
ain't cool.
He went up and he hit the county courthouse and racism disappeared.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, to say like that's to say that's when that show defended the blacks doesn't have the same ring as Jump the Shark. So.
And yet we're going to use that from here on out.
That show really embraced the civil rights movement. When they introduced that kid, yeah.
It just doesn't. You know what I mean?
Man, when Hercules took over, that was like they were marching on Selma. Come on. Jesus, dude. Who are you trying to fool?
Hey, if it wasn't for the Fonz, we wouldn't have Robin Williams. First appearance of Mork for Mork.
Richard Pryor.
What?
Because he defended civil rights. Come on. Stay with me, people. Stay with me.
We all thought we'd bust a really cool episode of Happy Days where Richard Pryor was like the...
Oh, my God. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I'm still like... Okay, here, for all of our little boys and girls in the audience, Google Richard Pryor Alphabet Sesame Street. And you will just, like, every behavior that we are exhibiting right now as children of the 70s will be explained.
It got kind of awkward when he got to N.
Honkin', honkin'. Dead honkin'.
Congratulations, Mr. Pryor. You're the highest paid janitor in the history of NBC.
All right, now for the book I was going to bring up, didn't have to be a book, but I wanted to
Wait,
talk.
do you get to talk about things since you're in charge?
I'm going to keep it really brief, but my book is Powers by Brian Michael Bendis.
That whole thing?
Well, you know, I know it's old. I mean, they're still putting them out.
Bendis, yeah, you know, Bendis.
It's switched over from Image to Icon, a Marvel imprint. But I was just like thinking about, like, wow, all this time we've been doing this, we never really talked about that book much. And that book was like a turning point for Bendis, I think, because prior to that, it was his indie crime comics, Jinx and Torso. But that was like his first big commercial
Everybody
success.
go out and buy the first volume. It's called Who Killed Retro Girl. If you do not like it, you know, fine. You don't like Bendis, but by God, you probably will fucking like it. It's one of the best, like, little alternate universe superheroes exist things.
It's Law and Order in the superhero universe.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Well, more Homicide Live from the Street.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a direct inspiration for him writing the book after doing all those crime series. And I was reading how he felt like, well, you know what? After Watchmen and Dark Knight, all superhero stuff has been done. There's nothing I can do. And then came the inspiration from Homicide to, like, wait a minute. Okay, I do have a story I can tell. And at the time they did it, they were like, hey, we got something pretty unique that nobody else is doing. And then Brubaker was like, well, I'm going to do this Gotham Central comic. I hope that's not going to step on.
Although to be fair, like Alan Moore's top 10 kind of took the same idea. Well,
it came later, but that was another one.
They took the same idea, but with superheroes actually being the cop.
Right.
And that is another thing you should totally check out. But they are differentiated enough to check out both of those series.
Yeah, I would say top 10.
They're great fucking.
Top 10 is more Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, I'd agree with that completely.
What were you saying? The top 10 is like.
It's more like Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, it's more like Hill Street Blues. Like, top 10 is actually more like maybe NYPD Blue, but just picture everybody in there having superpowers.
Yeah, and just for anybody who's curious, Powers is you focus on the two main characters, Christian Walker, who used to be a superhero called Diamond, and his partner Dina Pilgrim, a rookie, the little sassy blonde, and their job is to like go around and like kind of check on people who have powers, bust the criminals, and at one point you get to a point where anybody with powers, it gets outlawed, or you have to register your power.
This story has such a series of great arcs within it, and goes really unexpected.
War, where they had the exact same thing.
I thought
dark places.
So Image is not doing it anymore?
No, it's Icon.
Yeah,
really?
Marvel.
And shout out to Nate, who actually gave me the whole first 9 volumes.
So you had never read it before that?
I had read Who Killed Retro Girl, which I loved, but I just never read past that.
It's surprising.
Now I buy them all as they come out.
Yeah,
me too.
Almost everybody I know, they read Who Killed Retro Girl, and they think that it's just kind of a standalone thing.
And it can be. It's really good.
It certainly can be. But yeah, I mean, that series has been going on for a while. And yeah, I was the same way. I was like, I really like Who Killed Retro Girl. And then when I was living with Chris, we got that set of trade paperbacks, and I was just like, man, this is consistently awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite books. And the weird thing was, when it's coming out from Image, that was a book that for all those years it ran, it was almost never late.
Yeah.
And then it would take a break sometime and start over. And ever since it switched to Marvel Icon, which it did because Bendis is writing so many books for Marvel, now it hardly ever comes out.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's him or Oming or what, but it's like they relaunched it and they were like, yeah, we're going to be more regular. And they did 2 issues. And now we're waiting on issue 3.
It may be a case like some of the wait from Warren Ellis with The Last Planetary is that because Bendis does so much writing for Marvel, Emming, who does have bills to pay, went and started doing things like Mice Templar and Hammer of the Gods, and really he's kind of got to get all that stuff out of the way before he can go back and do Powers.
And by God, I'm glad he's still doing this, but I really wish Marvel would take a page from DC. Well, unlike all of the very obvious pages, they take all the fucking time lately, but and use Bendis as the Jeff Johns of Marvel, because I think that he could really pull the universe together.
Well, in a lot of ways, he has been, not completely, but for the most part.
You hear that?
I mean, he's stymied by what's going on.
He is a party line tower, is the one thing I will say that irritates me about him.
Yeah.
Like he just goes, "Oh yes, sir, Mr. Casado,
oh
whatever you
brand
want."
New Day is great. Everybody loves it.
And okay, I understand being part of the team and all that, but there is a point that you call somebody on their bullshit, and it seems like this is the time. I mean, with what's happening at DC right now, the shakeup over there, the way things have moved around, I think everybody applauded that. Like, hey, that was a brave decision. And everybody's being really cool about it. Something like that really needs to happen over at Marvel. And Bendis seems like the obvious guy. Maybe if he was the one in charge making the final decisions, he would make the right ones.
Here's my dirty dark secret. I mean, 10 years ago, if you'd asked me who'd make a good Marvel editor-in-chief, I probably would have said Joe Quesada. And there's so many things that he did so well, and now it just seems like he's so locked into this weird fucking mindset. And I can't even understand, there's nothing that's happening in the Marvel Universe that makes me go I can see where he's going.
He worked a lot better when he had Bill Gemmis kind of reining him in.
True.
Yeah. Where they kind of had to use wrestling terms, a face-heel sort of relationship where, Gemmis was always the guy who was like, I am the evil corporate interest of Marvel. Yeah.
Well,
and Quesada was kind of reflecting off of him.
Jim Shooter worked so much better when he had Archie Goodwin around going I know this continuity back and forth, you're the boy genius, let's go play.
Jim Shooter worked at his best when he was buying Leon, Randy, and I drinks.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, I never loved it more than I did
it's
then.
hard for me to say anything since he signed that fucking picture for me. Yeah, there's nothing about that. But there were definitely. I mean, I remember being like at my most hardcore of a comics book fan, like when it meant more to me than like girls or music or eating.
Oh, last week?
I know, hard to blame. But there were times when Jim Shooter would just do stuff that I was just like, what? Why are you fucking doing that? And the like really, I think the person that tempered him out and like gave that great reach back into the past and reminded him like, hey, you've always got to be aware of this, is Archie Goodwin. And yeah, it's just like I think that's a great thing to say about Joe Quesada, is that he doesn't have somebody that's doing that for him to kind of call him on stuff and go like, dude, you know.
And who's going to be that guy if it is Bendis? And the thing is, I can't think of anybody in the Marvel Universe who that would be. Who would be the person to balance him? The problem is, if that happens and there's a shakeup at Marvel, unfortunately, it's going to be Jeff Loeb who gets that spot. I mean, Joe Quesada himself has said,
Can you imagine
if I
Bendis
ever
and
retire,
Loeb?
I want Loeb to be the guy to follow.
Well, see, that would be
Yeah.
good in that I would be spending half as much money on comics.
Yeah, there is that.
Well, and here's one thing I will say, maybe Loeb would be a better. There are a lot, and you know, I have.
Wow, the
seen-
storm clouds are gathering and lightning's about to strike.
Now I see this where people they're not so good at writing, but they are good editors. That does happen a lot. If that happens, I don't want it to fucking happen at all. But who knows?
Here's my impression of Joe and Jeff discussing the Siege coming out. Hey, Joe, I've got a great idea for this new epic crossover. We'll call it the Siege, and it'll star Thor. Thor? I'm so Thor I can hardly talk.
You stopped us for that.
I was like,
Wow, that's a joke so old I was expecting Leon to say it.
well, that was the point.
What the hell? Why am I catching shit before that?
How did that
deflect.
get turned back on Leon?
I denounced the joke too.
Damn, you're old.
so much for the no catchphrases and running jokes.
He goes, welcome to Leon. Our new catchphrase is old.
I heard an interesting story about Bendis and the Spider-Man movies, and that he was saying like to his fans, "No, I'm not involved, but if you guys tweet about it enough, perhaps I will be. I'll get to talk to him." And then, sure enough, like a few weeks ago, they actually called him, and he just reported that he went and like advised them to some degree on this new movie.
Wow, I really hate that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
The idea that tweeting could make a difference in anything.
You know it would be a good one to.
It's like I wasn't gonna hire you, but now that I've just had 1,000 haikus come into my email box.
Like as far as you know that relationship between the editor in chief and the main editor, I think a great one would be put Straczynski in charge.
Oh, God.
And have Bendis be his Archie Goodwin.
You just described my nightmare scenario.
See, I like JMS a lot.
I
and
love
think
JMS.
That, I think
man.
that,
What's wrong with you?
I think if he had somebody who's a very different writer than him, but still good.
Guys,
You know what?
JMS
That-
wrote Brand New Day. Okay, JMS wrote One More Day.
Under
Yes, you
command.
can blame Quesada for it, but JMS has got to take part of the blame.
Seriously?
he is not a golden god.
My
I'm sorry.
big
No,
problem
I'm
with
not saying- I
JMS
don't think that
gave
he's
us
a-
Norman Osborn's O face.
That too.
Yeah, you can't make lasagna out of shit.
Plus that as we say here in Texas, that boy's got a lot of quit in him. Because there's no excuse
no shit.
for the 12 not finishing.
No, that's true. That's very true.
And he abandoned Thor. I mean,
well, apparently he
Yeah.
was pretty goddamn bitter about what did happen with Brand New Day and all
Yeah.
that. That he was not happy
Hey, man.
with the way all that went, what he was forced to do.
Sure.
And if it came out in his writing, who can blame him? He didn't want to write.
I blame
I
him.
can blame him.
There's a thing called being a professional.
Yeah, maybe so, but even so, I mean, we weren't there. We
I mean,
didn't see what
okay,
happened.
those that handful of guys screwed him over, so he screwed over the rest of the hundreds of us who've been following.
No,
him.
I don't agree with that because that you're talking about you're talking about him as if he came up with a plot point and he didn't. And I will say I did read Brand New Day. I was at that point like still reading the Spider-Man series, going like, all right, what are they gonna do with this? Surely they're gonna let Aunt May die and he's going to stick with Mary Jane.
Well, you'd think, yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
It's the only
But
thing that makes
as far
sense.
as the writing of the series goes, as far as the writing of
I
those
thought it was the
issues
best.
go,
I thought it was the
thought
best.
great.
But I'm sorry, the 12. You don't have a book called a 12-issue series and stop
I
it
absolutely
and
agree.
stop writing it
but
at issue 7.
I would wonder how much is going behind the scenes with that as far as like,
Well,
yeah.
you can also look
Don't
at
give a
Supreme
shit.
Power.
Don't give a shit.
No,
You
maybe
get
it's
a-
more
get-
like
get a
you
job
don't like
to do.
it, then why don't you just leave? I don't care about your books. Maybe it's more like that. We won't discuss it, but feel free to go anytime. Maybe it was more like that. I mean, you don't know.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but until he comes out and tells me,
I'm not ready to condemn him, and I think what would be unprofessional is for him to come out and say what happened. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's tell him tales out of school for a big company like that. So the agreement is like, you keep your mouth shut, so will I. You know, I
Yeah.
understand that.
people keep their mouths shut because it's like, okay, look, we had this. You want your severance check or not?
Well, fair
Yeah.
enough, though. It's still a working world.
Okay,
man.
okay, yeah. No. You keep your mouth shut, you get your severance check, but part of that with that severance check is that I get to talk shit about you for being a quitter
Not
and
usually-
abandoning me.
Not with big companies, it's not, dude.
No, I get to talk about him.
Right.
I'm fully free to
Kind
say
of
like, hey,
amused that
dude,
apparently
you
Marvel
let me
is run by
down.
the Code of Omerta.
All right, well, I want to get to one final story here, and that's going to be Allison because she started with something pretty juicy.
Yeah, we heard something about the
The Adventures of Allison and Kristen.
And Kristen, for sure, feel free to come in and you know what, you girls tell this tale together. Now, what happened?
Yeah.
Because you didn't come
Tell
with a
it
topic, did you?
slowly.
What happened?
And why wasn't I
You-
invited?
wait, whoa, you had a topic?
Quick, fake
All right,
Greg.
all right,
Make
quick.
with the slow
That's our own
jams.
topic.
Make your topic.
Okay, well, we can talk about last night. It was really fun. We had liquor and Korean food.
Lots of. Oh yeah. That's good.
It was super good. And we were crazy. We went on the town. Tearing it up. Painting it red or whatever color
Were you
you
standing
paint
out
it.
of the limo window showing your boobs?
Totally did.
That was awesome.
If you were in Austin, you saw my boobies.
Are you gonna show up on the Evil Beat this week?
Hell yeah.
No, it's gonna be better when they show up on the dirty.
Whatever you guys are talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I'm clueless. I don't know. But please continue.
If you're thinking of it now, we did it.
We did. Totally did it.
Totally did.
And she had to bring my belt back this morning because my pants were falling down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my topic, disclaimer. I don't love everything that Tim Burton does. Like, I know he does some stuff, Planet of the Apes. It's a little off, Willy Wonka. And
Is that what we're calling it now?
yeah, and I think, he's not real great at directing. He's a much better producer, and I wish he'd just stay a producer and an art director and just lend his creative vision and let someone else tell the story sometimes, because he sometimes doesn't do so great with the whole narrative flow thing. But I'm really excited about Alice in Wonderland because it looks real pretty. And as a costuming, art direction kind of a lady, that holds a lot of truck for me, and it looks really pretty.
Really, I'm so annoyed with how Johnny Depp looks.
I'm
and, like, a lot
disappointed
of
that the
characters.
podcast can't get across the look of skepticism I'm giving you right now.
Yeah, I don't care. You guys skepticism on.
All I'll say is, like, Tim Burton has done things I have liked. He's done several things I've liked.
Oh!
And I agree that this looks pretty to look at it, but this feels like another one of those things that's just so terribly unoriginal from Burton again, where you're like, really, dude, a darker version of Alice in Wonderland following up in the story? Aren't there, like, 3 comics that have already come out with that?
Didn't
That's
the
okay with me.
Sci-Fi
And some video
Channel do that
games?
in December?
Is a Sci-Fi Channel thing? It's like, really, dude?
Isn't
That's
he
okay
not
with me.
allowed to remake things anymore?
That's
I mean, he's
okay with
already
me.
ruined 4 or
I
5
I
things.
thought that was...
Okay, yes. All right, yes. He's ruined some stuff.
Johnny
And I wish
Johnny
he would just...
Depp looks like a barely functional retard in this. And I'm sorry, that is a main problem with everything that he's done with Johnny Depp since, which I really liked, Scissorhands.
What?
Because he just lets Johnny
You
Depp, and Johnny Depp is very creative, but he needs a guide.
You didn't like
And-
Sweeney Todd?
Ed
And,
Wood,
no,
No.
I didn't like
Ed
Sweeney
Wood, dude,
Todd,
come on.
and I
Ed
think
Wood was
Sweeney Todd is a very, very funny musical, and they made it into this like dark piece of bullshit, and that's not what Sweeney Todd is. And they're doing the same thing to the Mad Fucking Hatter. The Mad Fucking Hatter is not Alice's friend. He's not, no,
this is a
it's
sequel,
so
right?
fucking yeah.
When I see the trailer, I feel like I want to fall to my knees on the beach, like Planet of the Apes should have ended, and say, "You bastards, you blew it up!"
It's just
'Cause
like
it's just like, what are you thinking?
They already made
Alice in
a
Wonderland.
sequel to Alice in Wonderland that nobody has ever filmed, well, except for the BBC, called Through the Looking Glass. Fine, go and do that. I don't see anything in this that looks like it's not going to fucking enrage me. Other than, I will say, the little CGI that they're doing on Helena Bonham Carter as the Red Queen, looks pretty good.
The big problem.
Other than that, it's just like what. Depp as the Mad Hatter?
I don't like the Cheshire
No.
Cat either.
I want to hear
Tweedledee
a
and Tweedledum
counterpoint
look
from
kinda cool.
Allison now. Thank you.
Counterpoint from me. I wish that he would get to be friends with Henry Selick again. I wish they would like hang out, blow a bong hit or two, and like chill the fuck out, be friends, and make some more movies together because Fungus Monkey, my number one favorite movie, because now I'm not sober,
I've never
is
seen Fungus Monkey. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry. You're backing him up. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your favorite movie?
Fungus Monkey.
Fungus, yeah, okay, yes. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. So there you
No,
go.
it's fine.
Embarrass myself. There you go.
I'm
It's
not
my
the world's
favorite
biggest
movie.
fan of that movie, but I see what people see in it.
Well,
Okay.
and to be fair,
Claymation opera.
His involvement in that was not as broad as you would be led
Yeah,
to
he had
Yes.
story credit.
Yeah.
And come on, I saw the making of. He had some producer kind of input, and that's what I'm saying. He should be a producer. He should be an art director.
Yeah.
I'm totally happy with that. I'm not so happy with him directing because
It's not just the directing, it's the writing too. I mean,
Yeah.
the
No,
first
no.
thing they do in the trailer.
Agreed.
Some say in Wonderland to survive, you must be as mad as a hatter. Die! Die! Die!
Okay, it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. I'm excited as all frig. And if you are looking at
If they wanted to
Geek Princess Rules, if you're looking at high fashion magazines right now, this is very relevant and very beautiful, and I'm really excited about the art in it. And so, kiss my grits. Kiss my grits. Up your butt with a coconut. I'm excited.
Actually, I can, because he's still mining like a gothic underground whose time passed 15 fucking
No,
years ago.
Gothic is
I'm
still
sorry, but it's not relevant
It's
anymore.
steampunk now,
It's
bitches. Take some Zoloft, get some
when I see
brass,
that,
and
I'm
get
like,
over
I'm
it.
not like, oh, that's.
Allison, I think it's time for a collage
Yeah.
collaboration.
It's like, oh, I don't think that's so dark. I think it's tired and silly.
Are you arguing aesthetic appeal based on in a factual manner? It sounds like you're no. This aesthetic appeal is over. There's no way you like it.
That's
what he's doing. Bo does not like it. No one else should.
Hey man, I say Bo has a point.
Huh?
I mean, there was a time when what he did was
Yeah,
it was like a new hot thing.
I'm
you know,
sorry, but
at
yeah.
the time of the Goths, when they were something new and not looked at pathetically.
Chicks were cute, but let's face it, they.
They're so cute. They're
are
so cute.
She has a point. They are.
Hey, goddamn it! I mean,
The best thing in
look,
this
I will
cast-
still
now.
turn my head for a girl in a plaid skirt and torn fishnets, but that doesn't mean it's in style.
But is that
And
garbage?
yes, as far as you're saying, in a real sense, do you think that this thing is behind the times in terms of style and forward-looking things and being on the cutting edge? Yes, I do.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
yes, but there's still a hot topic in every mall.
So what?
No.
Yeah, but now
There's
they're
still
getting.
there's still a
torpedoed
fucking
your own point.
McDonald's and a fucking
I'm not saying it's
chicken
good,
store.
but I'm
there.
saying that certainly argues that it's still valid for a lot of people.
Read
If it's in
your
Hot
Zodiac.
Topic,
Not when
it's
you're
not
talking
valid.
about artistic
No.
direction. No.
No.
We're not arguing the artistic validity. We're talking about whether or not this is aesthetically pleasing to a large number of people.
Are we trotting
still.
out of
whether or not
Vogue
it's
and
over,
doing
and
Yes.
I don't think it is.
I
Yes.
don't know. I think you're.
Yes.
I think you're trotting out. I think you're trotting out something like, well, people like this, so therefore it is still valid in the artistic sense.
That's not what I'm saying.
We had, I think
That's
we had
in that
aesthetics
if that term.
and visual.
Yeah,
Fashion.
I mean, in that
Yes.
term, that anything like Greek sculpture is still aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically valid. great. It's not exactly cutting edge. So
That was
okay,
Bo's
I'll
point,
agree
that
with you on
it's
that.
no longer cutting
I'm
edge.
saying that, yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure
it's
what
not,
the point is of arguing that, though. I guess is my
That
my
it's
point.
not.
Oh,
That it's
not cutting edge.
tired.
I don't
That
think
he
she
needs
said
to.
it was cutting edge. She just said she liked it.
But
I'm saying it's boring. in
Okay.
Visual
Fair
terms.
enough.
Let me put it that way.
But go to your local bookseller and peruse the magazine rack. Maybe check out an issue of Zinc or Nylon or W or one of these kind of chick mags, and it looks like Alice in Wonderland.
And you see, this is what we didn't get to last week because of those ridiculous red tiles. This business where
Yeah.
geek girls, nerd girls do have an aesthetic sense.
Oh,
Long
definitely.
live!
Hey, all you had to do was answer the
Aside-
questions and no red tiles would have come up.
Aside from those things which are drawn, you know, we take things which are drawn and sketched and then brought into reality via fabric.
I'm
and
excited.
models and photographs.
I'm
will
excited
say
about
this.
it. Kiss
When
my
I
grits.
When I see the trailer, I do want to violate Anne Hathaway really badly. So
Yeah.
it may be out of date, but it still works on part of me just fine.
All I-
Right,
I
that
don't
is
know.
slightly disturbing, but yes, and we are all arguing this from a trailer.
Yeah,
You know, honestly, we gotta.
Yeah,
put that
guys,
on.
don't
Yeah,
judge
but
the movie based on a
to be- to-
trailer.
to be
Yeah,
fair,
Brett, how was that
it's
Avatar?
it's based on a trailer and
I
Tim
do
Burton's
think,
history
I
of
do think
remaking these
if
same
you can
movies over and
argue
over.
anything from a trailer, it is art design. It is what you're seeing right there.
And consider the source.
And that's what I had a
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the
is
source is drawing from a tepid, overused well.
We are considering the source in the sense that we're judging the trailer in advance because so far we
I mean,
don't
consider
trust
me.
Tim Burton as far as
No,
his
no.
sense of style.
I understand that. Thus my disclaimer. I'm saying consider the person who brought it up. Me, and I kind of like the costumes and the makeup. That's my thing. So suck it. And
Rock on, Allison. Rock
And-
fuck on.
And I'll put this out on the table. If it comes up that movie comes out and everybody's like, my God, this is the great, not even the greatest thing since sliced bread. If somebody just said this is a very valid interpretation of Alice in Wonderland that takes it to a new level, I will be there with fucking bells on because. At the bottom of my heart, I want to
you want
love Tim Burton. I really do, but oh my God, he's like the.
You are so his
he's
abused
like,
housewife.
He is like the favorite uncle of mine that suddenly
Keeps telling
I
the
turned
same-
21 and he tried to fuck me.
oh,
And yeah, no, and that's it.
We all
He's not
have that
He's
on.
not a pedophile. He's not a horrible man. He waited until I was 21.
That sounds like
he
my
did
kind
horrible
of allegory.
things to me. And
Okay.
or tried to do horrible things to me, and I'm just like,
Okay,
I will
so-
never trust you again.
I'm
Okay.
Wow, what movie did you see that Tim Burton made? Jesus.
I'm not gonna,
I mean, I didn't like.
Planet of the fucking Apes.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not gonna
fair. That's fair.
ancestrally abuse my nephew until he's of age. I'm not a sicko or anything.
Yeah.
okay.
At the point where it's not
Hey.
abuse.
In Bo's
anymore.
defense, going to see Planet of the Apes was like being abused.
Exactly.
Hey.
No, it was. For everybody here who will totally get the reference, it was like going to see the fucking prequels.
Bo, you would have
Okay,
been.
this is
God.
my prequels.
This
This is my prequel.
You can't have three different things out of your prequels.
Yes, I
And
can.
Bo, you would
There
have
are three
enjoyed
prequels.
Planet of the Apes if you drank some Mike's Hard Lemonade.
No,
Wait,
I
are you getting
I
a text from
believe
Mike
what
Hard
you're
Lemonade?
saying is I would have enjoyed it if I had drank a bottle of fucking Robitussin, and then it would have been great.
Well, you enjoy
Zima-
anything if you
Zima
drink a
would
bottle
work,
of
I
Robitussin.
suppose.
Shit.
Wow,
But
that-
I love
my troll
Alice
team.
in a
That was
way,
awesome.
and I love Alice, and she's a fucking goddess. I'm disagreeing on this point.
So
I
Alice
just
in
wish it wasn't
Wonderland
so
and
stupid.
Wolfman and what's the other one that are part of your prequel?
No, it's not me. It's just what he's saying.
Oh,
like,
okay,
I think she's a goddess. I just
I
wish
kind
she
of
was
want to say,
smarter.
I kind of want to see Wolfman. So
But-
I'm there.
Tim Burton is one of those guys. I don't get why
All right.
people still really love his style.
You know,
but
I'm kind of
I
a
can't
girl,
go so
so
far
I'll
as
just-
insult it and call it bad. He has a massive fan base, no question. I just don't get what they see in them. That's all. It's not like the prequels where I go, that's just bad filmmaking, period. There's really not a strong argument for how that could be considered as artistic or good. I see what they're talking about with Burton. It just doesn't appeal to me in the slightest.
Because people, not me myself, but people were touched by Edward Scissorhands, and they still go back to that. Even in the wake of Planet of the Apes and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they still see Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. That was a decent Burton film, as Burton films go.
I guess if you like that kind of thing.
Scared the hell out of me. Somebody was saying they should do a Dogma 95 version of Edward Scissorhands. It's like no celebrities, all filmed like real time, no special effects, all using regular sets. If Tim Burton could make a Dogma 95 version of Edward Scissorhands, I'd respect him as a filmmaker. It's like, you know what? That's a good point. Could he do that? Could Tim Burton make a good movie devoid of all his trickery?
I just wonder, like, at the time he made it, did he tell Johnny Depp when it was done? It's like, look, dude, I'm going to have you do this role for the next 25 years. Don't worry. Sweeney Todd. Don't even go see Sweeney Todd because you're gonna play Edward Scissorhands.
If you see Johnny Depp and other stuff, it's like he really is. I love Johnny Depp. He's the new Marlon Brando, which also means he is as crazy as a fucking ham and badger sandwich.
At the same
There's
time.
no fucking realistic way to evaluate it. And he needs a strong director to say, yeah, man, you know, the acting like Keith Richards was great, but not so much with the sticking the peacock feathers up your ass. Don't fucking do that. And Burton won't do it. Burton's like, here's my partner in crime. Do whatever you want. And that's why you get Willy Wonka being like this weird fucking pedophile yet victim of child abuse and, oh, I had braces and my life was hard. Bullshit that we got in that fucking movie. And it's like, no, don't do that. And he's going to do the same thing, the goddamn Mad Hatter. And I don't want anybody to do that to the Mad Hatter.
Okay.
I'm not interested in the Mad Hatter's childhood.
Okay.
The Mad Hatter. I want the Mad Hatter to be a crazy motherfucker who wears a big hat. That's the Mad Hatter. You know what the March Hare is? He's a crazy bunny rabbit because it's fucking March, and that's when bunnies go crazy.
You know what? I want a ham and badger sandwich. I used to have those all the time back in Virginia.
I'm cool, but you know the only way to eat them is alive.
Well, yeah.
Because
otherwise it won't have any sauce.
It's not because of the taste. It's the sound effects.
Yeah.
So
then it wouldn't be punchy, then would it?
Okay, fine. Sometimes you want filet mignon and pommes frites at the fucking Chez Laurent's restaurant, and sometimes you want fucking ballpark nachos, and I like ballpark nachos!
I'm glad you like ballpark nachos, but I don't want the Mad Hatter pointing on the doll where the bad man touched him.
If you want to go see Alice in Wonderland, let's have some vodka and go. And we'll go see it together.
Do I come too?
Yeah, then it'll be Alice in Wonderland.
A summer party after, and that's what we'll do.
Well, Leon and I are gonna have to see it.
And Kat can come with us, and then we'll
That would
be
be fucking
Harley,
awesome.
Poison
We can
Ivy,
have-
and Catwoman. So there.
And can I? Yes. Yes. And can I have? We can have a tea party at my house.
Yeah.
With the good china.
I totally want to be there for this. I will just be there when you get back. I will serve you tea in a big hat.
Does it have
I will play the 1950s version of Alice in Wonderland by Disney for you. And I will not serve you any cat food sandwiches, which is what this is going to be. It's not ballpark Franks at all.
We will have
cat food on Wonder Bread. That's what this is going to be.
I've been wanting to cut
And
this
by
episode
God,
off for
if it
15
doesn't
minutes,
end up
but
being
he just
that,
keeps going.
then fine.
I don't want to get off on a rant here, but I'm both, so I will.
So
I do want to get off and rant here, and by God, I've done it.
if anyone out there's putting together that Leon clip show,
The hell is
there
a
you go.
rant?
There you go.
I'm taking his mic away.
Keep talking.
As the girlfriend, I
Well,
get to do
and
that.
besides, you guys still
I'm
need
taking
to...
Grant's mic away. And that's why I will say this. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Have fun.
And with that, Wait,
one more thing.
one more
Girls
thing?
have not sung their
Let's
the
keep
Grant
going.
on Lost thing. We
Oh,
need
did
to
you guys
Grant on
practice?
Lost.
You have? Are you ready for it?
Or yeah.
Oh.
Are we didn't discuss.
Ladies,
It'd
please
be
don't
hilarious,
half-ass
though.
this. This
Let's
means
just
a
do
lot
it.
to me.
Let's-
We
What are
have
you
to have
gonna do?
everybody
Come on, you
else,
guys.
including
It's
you, be
Grant. We
quiet
love
while
Grant.
we're doing it.
Come on.
What are we
Come on,
gonna
girls.
do?
Make it
What's
nice.
the word?
How you Grant on Lost or
Grant
Lost
Grant
with
on
Grant?
Lost is what I called my first
Lost
video.
with
Yeah,
Grant?
you go, Grant on Lost. So how you're?
I think it should be like Lost with Grant.
I see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Lost with Grant.
That's too
too
like
slow.
70s. That's
Okay.
too like Joni Mitchell.
Say
We
it
gotta
again.
do like 40s,
Yeah.
jazzmatazz, kind of like.
Can you kind of make it like
50
more like an action show?
Yeah.
Lot lost with Grant.
Yeah, but they're girls. They're not
Yeah,
gonna do
dude.
that.
All right, look. She already laid it down. Let's
like
keep it simple.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lost
Yeah.
with Grant.
No, it's kind of
That's
simple.
impressive.
Now it's gotta go up
WKRP
at
in
the end.
Cincinnati.
Lost with Grant.
Yeah, I'm liking
All
that.
right.
It needs to go up at the end.
We need to
Give you a 3 count?
harmonize here.
Grant.
No, we need to get our voices in sync here.
Okay.
So
Lost
Hello.
Yeah,
with
sing.
Grant.
It's easier when Bo's not talking over everything. So now
I-
I'll play
I'm
the part of Bo.
totally deaf in my right ear right now, honestly. I mean, I love my boyfriend.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
It's
I
hard
disagree
not
with
to.
him, and I told him to kiss my grits a couple times in there.
But who hasn't kissed your
But
grits? So.
okay,
Here for the yell?
point Cyrus.
As of last week, the list is getting really small.
Were you
It's
here
true.
for the Smallville yell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, Lost with Grant. Should we do another? should
One
we do
more.
another take?
One
One more.
more.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1.
Lost with Grant.
There you go,
Oh, that's
folks.
perfect.
There we
Wow, it's
go.
like the
The winner
Andrews
will be
sisters.
credited, saluted for who can edit that into a little piece of music, and we'll use that every time Grant does his little Lost moment on
See,
the
now I
show,
want to
so.
obsess about something and get my own
Sweet.
theme song. That was awesome.
Okay, so
Thanks,
are we
guys, that
done?
was cool.
Cyrus, can I cut it off now?
I don't know. I could think of something else, like that girl who said
let's
that the
keep
werewolf is the werewolf movie ripped off Twilight.
Twilight.
Seriously, kill yourself. Kill yourself. Go ahead, kill yourself because you will never live that down for the rest of your life.
I hate.
No, that is the level of stupidity that gets like Twilight tattooed onto your body.
Okay, I hate.
While I cackle.
I hate to defend the girl, but I remember being between the ages 7 and 13 and not being exposed to anything that
No,
came
she was
before.
24.
It's a game.
Well, she could be.
I will.
She sent an email on the internet. She could have used Wikipedia.
She could have,
didn't.
but if I'm just saying, if you're not exposed to a lot of stuff, I remember going to say like they ripped that off this other thing until realizing dates and source material. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with her,
No.
but I'm saying she should totally be made fun of for sure. But I'm saying I just remember doing that and being like, they ripped that thing off.
Let's take an opportunity then, as nerd girls, as geek girls, to give this girl some advice.
No. I don't want to give her advice. I want to find out who she is and follow her around. And the next time she like trots up to some dude, she's like, yeah, blah blah blah. I'll be like, nah, you suck.
Do we want her to hurt the way that we have?
Wait. Did Allison just volunteer to be the roving cock block?
You are never getting any. You cannot reproduce. Your genes are broken.
Let's not this is a gateway drug. I mean, who knows? You know, there are certain things that I'm sure that we don't want to admit in our past. You know, things
Some of
that
us more than
things that
others.
we read, things that we watched, things that we really liked when we were 9.
Everything I love is cool. What?
Yeah, exactly.
People you're currently dating.
And
I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
But you know, okay, let's give her some benefit. Of
Ladies, let's get real on this. What are we gonna say to her?
Lost.
Long live the league.
Yeah.
No, sweetie, just take this as a learning experience. Do
Okay.
a little research. I've told my students for 5.5 years, for fuck's sake, stay away from Wikipedia. But
Just
when it
don't
comes
do
to
it.
this, please, for the love of God, consult some Wikipedia.
well, I would say before you're going to say anything negative, the two things to do is one, check Wikipedia about
Yeah.
your argument,
Or at
and
least Google
and
it.
two, spell check. It's like, hey, I'm not big on misspellings and grammar and all this until you're getting insulting. If you're gonna insult somebody,
Firefox comes with a free and automatic spell checker. Do you see a
Yes,
red
there's
line under
red
a word
lines
you wrote?
under it.
You can press the right click and it will show you the suggestion for how it almost certainly is supposed to be spelled. It takes an eighth of a second, less time than it does to think about how stupid you are.
And to the guy who wrote in, like, I don't know why you guys said Arkham Asylum is such a great game. I mean, I don't really know Batman, but it just seems dumb that he doesn't carry a gun.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, in your first sentence, you completely showed what a moron you are.
Like, stupid, it burns. Really long paragraph.
Yes, the one with no punctuation whatsoever.
I was like, dude, I'm not gonna read your paragraph for basis alone of the
Yeah, or just on
structure.
GP.
I'm just saying, think before you write. You've got time. It's not like when you're at a party or on a Leog and you say something stupid and you're like, ah, shit.
You got to get the words out there before Bo comes back from his smoke break.
Just wait before you hit the return and send
And
button.
here I held back from letting loose on a certain troll who called our lovely Kristen the, quote, king of bitches.
Oh no, that goes so far back.
And like, no, honestly, okay.
We don't even talk about that.
We don't talk about that guy. No,
we don't even talk about
The first rule of Leog.
Don't talk
Do
about
not talk about
Oh, okay,
that.
I completely missed
It's
that.
not worthy of our time.
It was gone before I got to it.
Yeah.
It's literally not worthy
Spell
of our
check
time.
Spell check is key.
Yeah, don't
Grammar
feed the
check,
trolls,
You
Cat.
can run it by me if you want.
Don't open yourself to that. Okay, before you guys, especially you, Cat, open yourself up to something you don't want.
Man, get out of there.
I'm not making
throwing
a
you
specific-
snake.
I'm gonna ask you all to join me in saying, "Long live the League."
And another thing, there's a story.
Yeah,
What? Oh, does that mean we're done?